UFC 236 live stream. This is a massive show. I am super excited for this because this features two big matches, two championship matches. Of course, we're going to see Adesanya tonight. We're going to see Max Holloway. Both of those guys are current champions. We're just going to wait a few seconds, let people catch us up. I can tell you that the show starts in about 11 minutes time. We've just got the prelims on. I've just been watching the prelims. There's been some really good matches on the prelims, actually. And I have actually started wondering whether I should start covering the prelims. We don't normally do that. We normally just do the main show, the main card. But I do watch them anyway, so maybe that's something we'll do in the future. But yeah, fantastic show waiting for us. We're just going to wait for a few people to join us. Whilst we're waiting for a few more faces to come and join us, I am just going to let people know that we are live. And as we've said, UFC 236 is live in about 10 minutes time, 11 minutes time. So yeah, we've got plenty of time to talk about those fights, those two big championship fights. Right, okay, so let me see how many have we got. It's a few people. Hello, how you doing? Days, what do you think about that messed up Ronda figure? Yeah, I saw you sent me that online, dude. It was pretty messed up. Yeah, weird. You do find those kinds of things from time to time. But yes, we are here. We are focused on UFC 236. And as I said, I am just setting this up so that people know that we are live. We go to here. Wow, there's actually more people joining us than what I thought. That's amazing. Hello to everyone that is in the chat. So let's talk, shall we, about the main event in particular. This, of course, is a rematch. These two, Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier, have fought each other before. And obviously last time Dustin Poirier got the better of it. But I'm not sure if he's going to get the better of it this time. Because I think Max Holloway is going to pick up the victory here. I really feel like Max Holloway is kind of moved to that next level. And this is going to be a big test for him. He obviously lost that first fight. So it's going to be very interesting as to how this plays out. Let me know in the chat who you think is going to be victorious here. Do you think it will be Holloway? Or do you think it will be Poirier? Because it really could go either way on this one. But as I said, I'm going to go with Max Holloway. I am a Max Holloway fan, and I hope he gets the victory here. The winner of this fight is surely going to go on to fight Khabib, and that will be an absolute mega fight. Obviously, Khabib, probably the best in the business right now. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting fight to see who comes out on top. And then, of course, Adesanya, the rising star of UFC. This is, again, a big fight for him. This will get him the interim championship, that middleweight championship. But Gastelum is no pushover. So, again, this is a big card. Two big championship fights. So, yes, let me just finish sending this off. Live now, UFC 236 live stream, full show, live reaction. We are now 8 minutes away. 8 minutes away from what should be a very fun show. Shout out to KJ, Jack Step. Thank you so much for the support, my friend. Hello to Mr. Ryan. Holloway for the win, says Ben Burns. Yes, I think so as well. I think Holloway can do it. It's not going to be easy, but let's see. Let's see how it plays out. I just think he's going to have a little bit too much. I think he'll have a little too much for him. So, yeah, I think Holloway will get the victory here. And then in regards to Adesanya against Gastelum, I actually think that Adesanya I think he will get the victory there. I think Adesanya is firm favourite as well, but obviously Gastelum, really difficult person to get past. He is the current interim middleweight champion, so yeah, that is not going to be easy at all. But I do think Adesanya is the real deal. I do think he is as great as everyone thinks he is, and hopefully he proves that tonight. And then obviously we've got 3 other fights on the undercard as well. I gotta be honest, I'm not as excited for those. I do think all of these fights have got potential to be very explosive. I think all of these fights have got potential to, really steal the show. But I'm not too sold on those being really any more than undercard fights. This, for me, is all about those 2 epic main event matches. I think OSP against Krylov will be the first fight we get when we do go to the main card. That's in 6 minutes' time. So what I will do is once this is finished, if you go down to the comments section, I will actually put timestamps down there to make it easier for everyone so that people know exactly when the matches started and if they wanted to skip to a certain point. But we are just coming towards the end of those prelims now. Shout out for Justin and Michael. Shout out to Justin and Michael. Thank you so much for joining us. As we said, this is kind of a little bit of a pre-show. We are still 5 minutes away from UFC 236 starting. And we've just been talking a little bit about the fact that those 2 championship matches, really tasty stuff. Obviously, Joe Rogan's there. Daniel Cormier is on commentary as well. This is a pretty stacked card, but it is all about the main event and that co-main event. So very, very exciting stuff. Again, let me know, what do you think? Who do you think is going to win? I'm going with Adesanya and Holloway, but do you think something different? Let me know in the comments section. Shout out to Deacon Collins. Shout out to Jeremy Bezina. Hi Days, I am here for my first UFC, WWE Daily. I think you're going to really enjoy it. It's hard-hitting stuff. It's explosive stuff. It's really tactical as well. If you don't watch UFC, if you're new to UFC, then it can be like, it can be an all-out brawl, like it can be a war. But sometimes it can be a little bit like chess. Sometimes, they're just looking for those openings. They're laying traps. You've got to be so good at everything these days. You go back a couple of years and you could probably, get by if you was a fantastic striker, or you could get by if you had a really good ground and pound. Whereas now you need to have a complete all-round package. You need to be good on your feet. You need to be a good striker. You need to be good in the clinch. You need to have good takedowns, good takedown defense. You need to be good on the ground. You really do need to be the complete all-round package. And honestly, tonight we're going to see some of the very, very best in action. If this is your first UFC show, then this is a fantastic one to watch. Certainly those 2 co-main events. Adesanya is on course to be the next Conor McGregor, in my opinion. You see those kind of little flashes, like when he was fighting against, in his last fight, Silva, and he was like, calling him, taunting him, beckoning him on. Those kind of little showmanship moments will only help elevate Adesanya. Plus also, he's just got so many tools. He's so big. His reach, his height, he's got so much going for him. Legit could be the best kickboxer in the world. Like, if he was to just stay kickboxing, he legit could be the best kickboxer in the world. So we really are seeing masters tonight. We really are seeing the creme de la creme. So, yes, super, super excited. This is only available on pay-per-view, I believe. But, we are going to be live streaming and commenting throughout the whole show. So this is full show reaction. And of course, we're going to be talking in the chat as well. Going to be getting your thoughts on who's going to win the matches. And we are literally now 2 minutes away. 2 minutes away. So Holloway versus Poirier is our main event. And then, of course, Adesanya will be taking on Gastelum. Leo is watching the boxing. Michael says, looks like a good card. Do you remember me? Yes, hello, HBK Figs. Hope you are well. We're just seeing there's Adesanya turning up. So Adesanya in the building. I cannot wait for his fight. Adesanya is really going to put on a show. I'm absolutely certain of it. So, yeah, we've got Adesanya taking on Gastelum. Shout out Kieran Connor. Shout out to you. We are literally a minute away. We're just seeing there's Max Holloway wearing like the brightest jacket. That's like a fluorescent. That's like some lollipop ladies wear here in the UK when they're helping children cross the road. So he really wants to be seen. Yes, we are good to go. I'm going for who is the best. Well, I mean, this is part of the appeal of tonight, is the fact that we really do have like some of the best fighters facing each other. Like Holloway against Poirier is a very difficult fight to call. They have fought each other before, and Poirier actually got the victory. But you are going back a number of years. I think it's about 7 years or so when they had their first fight. So they're different fighters now. This is a different fight. It's in a different weight class as well. So I think Holloway gets the victory here. In fact, all of my predictions are streaming below at the bottom for the whole card. So, yes, you can get my thoughts, see my thoughts on the whole card as we move towards the main show. We move towards the intro. We're just seeing Holloway and Poirier training there. Shout out, haven't had one for a while. Shout out WWE Daily. When does this start? Well, we are just going over now to the main card. We are just going over to the beginning of the show. So, yeah, not sure when the first fight. It'll probably take about 10-15 minutes till we get to the first fight. We're just going to go through the intros, and then obviously we're going to preview the fights. And so it's probably going to be about 10-15 minutes till we get to the first fight. And that first fight, I do think, will be St. Preux against Krylov. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, if you haven't joined us before, then make sure you hit that subscribe, because we are here every week for UFC. We do the fight nights. We do all the main cards, and this is one of the big ones. This is one of the main shows. UFC 236 with 2 championship matches. Richie Oxford, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad that you got your cards in the post. Ethan Black, I'm still looking for that as well, my friend. You're certainly not alone with struggling to find that. Live in Scotland. Hello, Michael McCallum. 3 in the morning. Wow, yeah, well, it's 3 in the morning here as well, my friend. But it doesn't matter about the time, does it? It doesn't matter about the time if the show is going to be as good as what we think it's going to be. Hello, Donna Fagan. Thank you for joining us. Again, we are just building our way up towards the first fight of the evening. We've not had any fights on the main card yet. We are just watching the build-up now and the background for Holloway and Poirier. Hello, Trey West, HBK Figs. Just German suplexed the like button. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate the support. Really do appreciate the support. And yeah, we are in for a fun evening. Yeah, hopefully we get some good knockouts and we get some good action. Because I am expecting those main event fights to be quite close. So I think if we're going to get any short results, any shock results, then I think they might come in the earlier part of this card. But let's wait and see. We are in Atlanta, Georgia. They're just showing us Atlanta, Georgia at the moment. Michael McCallum, shout out for you. UFC stands for Ultimate Fighting Championship. This is obviously where Brock Lesnar was fighting Ronda Rousey. I mean, we do tend to live stream a lot of WWE. So this is where Brock Lesnar came from. This is where Shayna Baszler fought. This is where Ronda Rousey fought. Ken Shamrock fought here as well. So yeah, this is like the real deal. And this should be a very fun show. HBK said he liked minutes ago. Is UFC fighting real? Yes, absolutely real. Absolutely real. So we are here. There's Joe Rogan. We know that Daniel Cormier is there as well. They were commentating on the prelims. And they're just talking about the main event and that co-main event. And how exciting it is. It really is a big, big night for UFC fans. Yeah, Joe Rogan saying who knows who's going to be winning those main events. I've gone with Holloway. I think he will get revenge for that defeat from years and years ago. I just don't know what could stop Adesanya. If you are a UFC fan in the chat, let me know. What stops Adesanya? How do you stop Ezreal Adesanya? Because that is going to be an absolutely fascinating fight. Thank you very much, Ethan Black. Hope St. Preux takes this bout. He played for the Tennessee Volunteers. Wow. Did not know that. No Wheel of Funds on the UFC streams. No, sadly not. We have to focus on the fights. The thing with the UFC fights is they can end any second. They can just end. So we can't afford to not be watching. We have to watch all the fights. And to be honest, it's kind of a bit of a different vibe. We tend to more just chill a little bit more on the UFC streams. With the WWE streams, there's a lot that goes on. We do a lot of giveaways. We do a lot of Wheel of Funds. It's just a lot of stuff. So if you join us on the WWE streams, it's full on. There's a lot that goes on, but we cut all of that out when it comes to the UFC. This is a very different product. This is real. This is hardcore. So we mix the streams up a little bit. Super excited for tonight, and as we said, we are still waiting to get to that first fight of the evening. Someone will walk out super bruised. More than that. Again, we are just looking at Gastelum at the moment in the build towards his fight against Adesanya. Let's talk about that fight. That's the co-main event. This is for the interim middleweight championship. Gastelum has got plenty of power. And I think if he is to get past Adesanya, he's going to have to disrupt Adesanya. He's going to have to put pressure on him. It's very difficult because Adesanya can strike from lots of different angles. So it's really hard to know how you can take Adesanya kind of out of his comfort zone. I think you've got to pressure him. I think you've got to fight at close range. He's got such a long reach, Adesanya, that you really want to take that weapon away. It's difficult because how do you get close enough? how do you fight on the inside with Adesanya? Because he's not going to let you do that. Plus also, he's very comfortable fighting at close range. Just because he's got a long reach doesn't mean that he doesn't have the tools to fight at close range. So he's difficult. I mean, this is why he is seen as the next big thing, because he's explosive, he's exciting to watch, he can strike out of nowhere, he's got lots of different angles that he can throw from. I just don't see any way past him. I really don't. This is why I think that Adesanya is going to get victory here. And as we said earlier in this stream, he legit could be the best kickboxer in the world, which is, crazy. Absolutely crazy to think that we're going to see someone at that level. So, yeah. Gastelum fight is going to be good, but I'm not 100% on who to pick yet. It is tough. I completely understand. I just don't see any way past Adesanya. I can't find the weakness. I can't find how Gastelum beats him. I don't see it. If it happens, I think for me it will be a shock if he does. But yeah, I completely understand that this is a close fight. But I'm just fully on board that Adesanya hype train. So very much looking forward to that. When it comes to the main event, Max Holloway against Dustin Poirier. Obviously, Max Holloway is the interim lightweight champion. And really, the winner here will go on to fight Khabib, surely. That's like the most obvious fight. So, Holloway sets a very good pace, and Holloway is all about volume. Holloway will just throw and throw and throw, and he will suffocate you with shots, and he will make it very uncomfortable for you, and he will not just beat you, he will really get to you. Holloway can get to you. He will just overpower you. He will just, through volume, he will swamp you. So you kind of have to dictate the fight. And I've got to be honest, I don't know if Poirier can do that. I don't know if Poirier can dictate the fight. He likes to throw counters. And I don't think he's going to be able to counter Max Holloway. Because Max Holloway will throw and will just keep coming. I'm not sure there's going to be an opening to throw counters back. I'm not sure if there's going to be enough time for Poirier to get a foothold in that fight. So, such an interesting main event and co-main event. And really, for me, that's what this card, and for you guys, I'm sure, that's what this card is built on. It's all about those final two matches. Of course, we're covering the matches before, and they are now starting to talk about St. Preux against Krylov. I think OSP will get the victory here. But yes, it is all about those main events. It is all about the main event and the co-main event. So, OSP against Krylov. These have fought before. These two have faced each other in the past. And OSP was victorious. I think it was UFC 171. I'm sure it was somewhere around there that these two fought before. And I think OSP won in that. He won relatively comfortably, and I think he's going to win relatively comfortably again. I think he's got a grappling advantage. I think he's great on the ground. Again, he can shoot from any angle. He is on a bit of a losing streak at the moment. He's lost his last couple of fights. So he could really do with a victory here, kind of bouncing back. So OSP really will want to take this one. Krylov, I think he's got good footwork. I think he's got better kicks, if I'm being honest. He's also a little bit faster on his feet. But I don't think he's got really enough skill or enough tools to overcome OSP. OSP won their first encounter. I think OSP is going to win this one as well. Probably looking second round. Probably submission. I think OSP will get We'll get Krylov into some kind of rear naked choke maybe. And I think he'll finish it from there. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe. Because, as we said, we live stream all of the UFC shows. We are here every single week. We do all of the WWE shows as well. So, yeah, make sure you join us. OSP will win, says Nick Fox. I think you're right, my friend. I've gone with OSP myself. Let me know in the chat if you disagree. If you think that Krylov is going to get the victory, then let me know. Maybe I've called this one wrong, but I have gone with OSP for this one. Tom Mosley is asking, what is your favourite fight so far? We've not had any fights so far tonight, so it's going to be this one. This one will be my favourite fight of the night so far. Unless you're talking about the prelims, but I gotta be honest, I was only keeping one eye on those because I was setting the stream up. But from what I saw, the prelims had some great fights. There was some great action, and hopefully that will continue onto the main card. So we are 15 minutes in, and we are just about 5 minutes or so away from the first fight starting. We've got Krylov here, highest strike rate in UFC light heavyweight history, third shortest average fight time, finished all of his 25 wins with 11 submissions, 14 knockouts. He is coming in with a very, very impressive record. So, Krylov is not going to be a pushover, but OSP has beaten him in the past. Not only that, OSP has got a 2.5 inch reach advantage as well. Half an inch leg reach advantage. Both of these guys, of course, are at 205 pounds. Both guys are 6'3". I think it's OSP. I'm going with OSP. He is fighting out of Immokalee. I don't even know where that is. Immokalee? Is that Florida? Not a clue. I know he's fighting out of the United States. I'm guessing it must be Florida, but that's not a place I've ever heard of. Immokalee? I have never heard of that. Hello, Dylan Shaw. Hope you are well, my friend. I think it'll be Holloway that will lose. And I hate to say it because I love him, but I've got a feeling. I gotta be honest, out of the two, I'm more confident that Adesanya gets the victory than I am Holloway getting the victory. But I do think Holloway will get the victory. I just think they're completely different fighters than when they faced each other the first time. Also, Holloway can change his stance. He can really mix it up in there. And that could throw off Poirier. You are talking about margins. You're talking about very fine margins. So it's only going to take something like that just to get that advantage. And I really feel like Holloway's just going to absolutely swamp Poirier. So look, let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. We need to focus on this. OSP is just getting checked over. Second most finishes in modern UFC lightweight history. He is getting into the octagon. We are on the verge of our first fight here. Bless, my friend. Hope you're well. Haven't heard from you for a time in the comment sections. Man, it's just been crazy. What with WrestleMania. WrestleMania last week was huge. So yeah, apologies, but I was just drowning in WrestleMania stuff. And obviously we've come straight out of that, and now here we are at UFC 236. OSP versus Nikita Krylov. We've got Bruce Buffer. Bruce Buffer is here. You are the best YouTuber. Thank you very much. ESPN won't let you watch ESPN Plus. This is on ESPN Plus, isn't it? I think this is the first one that's on ESPN Plus. He's busy making those weirdest I am. Man, and I saw that we're on the verge of the latest video getting to the likes that were asked for. I just cannot get a break. Cannot get a break. Right, we're just waiting for these introductions. I think we are 80 likes away from that last video. Understandable, they are great videos. Oh, thank you very much, dude. Really appreciate it. So OSP, by the looks of it, is actually coming into this fight as a bit of an underdog. So it looks like the bookies are favouring Krylov, but I've gone with OSP here. I just really like his striking. I think he mixes it up. I think he can throw from lots of different angles. So, right, here we go. Get ready, my friends. Krylov is the favourite. He lost the first match between these two. And they step in together, and we are underway. So let's change that information at the top. Both guys, no one racing in, no one taking the fight yet. I think there's OSP chance here, which would make sense because he is the American in this fight. And he's already got a takedown. He takes down Krylov. Krylov, though, getting in more strikes in this first 40 seconds. He is really trying to wrestle him down on the ground. OSP is a great grappler. Really does have a grappling advantage here. So this is a great start for OSP. He has got Krylov up against the octagon cage, and he is really trying to kind of just drive him back against the cage. Taking him down, he's taking him down again. He's got him down on the ground, but Krylov getting straight back up. Krylov does not want to be on the ground in this fight. He wants to be standing, really. Throwing kicks. Krylov has got much better kicks than OSP. You will see that. He just fired in a little kick there. He's now reversed this, and he's got OSP backed up against the cage. He fires a knee in. So Krylov doing very well at the moment. 2 takedowns for OSP, but Krylov has got more of those significant strikes. You can see in the stats, 10, 11 strikes to Krylov. OSP with none. I would say the fight was a lot closer than that. If you was to just look at those numbers, it might look like OSP is getting overwhelmed, but look at that takedown column. 3 takedowns to none for OSP. They are both fighting different fights. OSP is trying for takedowns. He's trying for grapples. He's trying to get a submission victory. Whereas Krylov is striking, throwing in shots. And a lot of those are coming in the clinch as well. And they're not doing a great deal of damage. Down. Nice by OSP. OSP has got Krylov on his back. Krylov firing in some elbows. We've got 2 minutes left of this first round. It's been a really interesting round. I honestly don't know who I would give this to. I really feel like OSP has taken the fight to Krylov. I really feel like OSP has been more on the front foot. Krylov has been getting like loads of shots in. But he's not really been on the front foot here. And we can see now some shots coming in from OSP. Some big forearms getting thrown. I'm not sure if he could get them through. He was certainly throwing them, but I'm not sure if they were getting blocked by Krylov. Both guys back up to their feet. OSP backed up against the cage now. Couple of knees coming in from Krylov. Some fists coming in. I feel like this is moving more towards Krylov now. Big left hand from OSP. But I don't think it could get through. OSP has eaten a lot of shots here. A lot of shots. I would say this was a Krylov round. He looks a little gassed, actually, OSP. OSP looks a little out of breath. Krylov taking the fight now to OSP. Firing in some knees. I'm not sure if some of these shots have just taken the wind out of OSP. There's 30 seconds left. I think OSP probably wants to just get to the break. I think Krylov will take this round. Is backed up against the cage, OSP, right now. It's down to the last 10 seconds. Some more shots coming in from Krylov. Went for a head kick, but didn't connect. And that's the end of the round. A very interesting round. Very interesting round. OSP clearly looking for takedowns. Managed to take down Krylov. Couldn't really make it count. Really, even when he was down on the ground, he couldn't smother him. He couldn't take advantage of it. He didn't have Krylov down for very long. Krylov, all the time they were in the clinch, throwing knees in, throwing a few elbows in. You can see the difference in shots. You can see the difference there. I feel like OSP looked gassed at the end of that round. He really looked out of breath. Let me know, who do you think? Who do you think got that first round? Hope OSP doesn't gas out. Dude, he looked gassed out at the end of that first round. He really did. I don't know if he was saving it. I don't know if he was just seeing the round out, but I'm a little concerned here because I thought OSP would have more in the tank than what he just showed there. So, big question mark over OSP's cardio right now. Let's see what happens in round 2. We're into the second round. Let's have a look and see how this is going to play out. So, OSP. Krylov taking the fight to OSP. Not a great deal of intensity here. OSP the bigger guy as well. I should point that out, but wow! Krylov really coming on to OSP, firing some jabs in there, backing up OSP. OSP managing to grab Krylov, just get him backed up against the cage. So OSP was in trouble then, but managed to grab hold of Krylov. He's now looking for a takedown. Elbows all the time, getting fired in by Krylov. So Krylov, I think, knew he was going to be in the clinch quite a bit in this fight. And so I think he's probably got the strategy that if he's in that clinch, just firing shots. Nice takedown there. Great takedown by Krylov, who is on top of OSP. He looks like he's trying to get on a rear naked choke, Krylov, now, but OSP is very good on the ground. I'm not sure that Krylov is going to be able to get a rear naked choke on. He's trying, but OSP has got his arm through. So his arm is through. He's not letting him get that hold on. He is trying, though. Krylov is trying. He's all over him as well. And all the time he's on top of him. He's firing shots, raining down blows. It's a bad situation for OSP. I'm not sure if that rear naked choke is in as well. It looks like it's on the chin, not under the chin. It's still a bad place for OSP to be. He's got to try and get out of this. He taps. OSP taps. Wow. Big win for Krylov there. I know he was favourite going into that. I honestly thought that OSP was going to have too much, but to tell the truth, he just looked gassed. He looked gassed. So, Krylov beats OSP. I think OSP was gassed in the first round, and I don't think he had anything after that. Let's go down to this winners. Krylov, there we go. Thanks for actually keeping up with the fights. Other lives aren't even talking about the action. No way, dude. We are all about the action. We are all about what is going on. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I'm a bit disappointed. I really thought OSP was gonna be too much for Krylov. I thought he was gonna take him down. I thought he was gonna dominate. Really look for those submissions. He got him down a few times. You can see that OSP did successfully get 3 takedowns, but honestly, he did nothing with them. He couldn't make them count. Krylov got out of them quite comfortably. Even when he was in the clinch, even as OSP was trying to get Krylov down, Krylov was just swamping him. You can see, I mean, look at that. 52 strikes, 36 significant strikes. He just absolutely overawed him. Absolutely overawed him. So, not a good day's work for OSP. Not a good day's work at all. Let me know your thoughts. OSP was not prepared, says Michael. I think that really came across. Most submissions in UFC light heavyweight history. 4 for Krylov, 5 for John Jones. Big win for Krylov there. Big win. OSP needs to work on his cardio. He absolutely does. I was surprised as well. Right, we need to change over because we have got Alan Jouban against Dwight Grant. There it is. I wondered where it was. This should be an interesting fight as well. I've gone with Jouban on this. I think he is very diverse fighter. He is not a great grappler, but to be honest, neither is Dwight Grant. So I'm not too worried about that. I really think that this is going to be a very interesting fight. Let me know in the chat who you think is going to get the victory here. I think it's an interesting fight. I don't think either of these are great fighters, if I'm being honest. I'm just being real honest. I don't think either of these are great fighters, but it could make for a great fight. Neither of them are great when it comes to grappling. Both of them are all right when it comes to striking. Grant is always looking for counters. He's got good power, Grant, as well, and looping shots. I'm not saying he's got great angles, but he has got good looping shots. But I just think that Juban will have a little bit more. But again, let me know. Let me know what you think. This will be a good fight, says Weapon X. Leo says, not too sure who I think will win this. Who's up next? Well, I will change it up here. It is Jouban against Grant. I will change it up here at the top. So we've already had one fight. There's only 5 fights on this card. This main event card. One has already gone down. We are moving on now to our next fight, which is Alan Jouban versus Dwight Grant. There we go. Let's just make that a touch smaller. Weapon X has got Jouban. But who's this? Says Grant has got it in the bag. Donna Fagan says not familiar with these two guys. I gotta be honest. I'll always be honest with you guys. I've not seen loads of these guys' fights. I've done a little bit of kind of research for this card, which is why I know a little bit about them. Yeah, I know these two are not the greatest of fighters. But this could still be a very, very fun fight. I can tell you that Dwight Grant has got the reach advantage. Quite an advantage as well. 4.5 inches and a 3-inch leg reach advantage as well. Both these guys from the United States. Dwight Grant just a touch taller. And as we said, I'm going with Alan Jouban on this one. I just think he will double up his shots. I think that he can mix it up as well a little bit better than what Dwight Grant can. Dwight Grant has got great power though. From what I've seen, he could put Jouban away, make no mistake about it. I'm just not sure he will. I'm not sure that we're going to get that kind of a fight. Grant, says Mr. Felix, but it's a toss-up. ESPN Plus isn't working. Is it not working, really? Dude, you're the second or third person I've seen that said that. Over here in the UK, we don't get it that way. We get it on BT Sport. So it's working perfectly fine on BT Sport. So, yeah, that's a real shock. If ESPN Plus has got problems tonight, then that is going to cause some real drama. Jouban is a black belt. I did not know that. Brad, thank you very much for that information. Legit appreciate it. So, yeah, very, very cool. Let's see. I don't know news if ESPN... What is Twitter saying? I wonder what Twitter is saying. We're not missing anything. We've not got to the fight yet. But let's see if Twitter is saying anything about the fact that ESPN Plus is having a little bit of difficulty. If we go over to latest... there's a couple of people saying it. Couple of people. ESPN is having so many problems, they didn't realise how many fans the UFC has got. They can't handle it. Yeah. People are having issues. What a mess. Can't get it either. Something's gone wrong. ESPN Plus isn't working. Yeah, guys, there's real drama here. Real drama at the moment. ESPN Plus is having some real difficulties. That's a real shame. Why have they not been doing the fight? You see, I'm not in America, so I don't watch this on ESPN Plus, but have they not been doing the fight nights on ESPN Plus? Why has this happened now? Because I've not heard of any issue with the fight nights. Maybe the fight nights are just on normal ESPN. If this is the first show that they are trying on ESPN Plus and it's gone down, that is a real mess. That is a real mess. ESPN Plus is working fine. You just don't get the main numbered events for free, which is the free trial. Dude, that's not what people are saying on Twitter. People are saying they can't watch it. So maybe not everyone's having those dramas, but certainly it looks like there's people out there that are really struggling to even watch the fights right now. So yeah, honestly, my thoughts go out to them. That must be super frustrating. Super frustrating. Right, okay, so we are getting towards Alan Jouban against Dwight Grant. We are getting ever closer to that. If you are just joining us, then I can tell you that Krylov got the victory over OSP via submission in the second round. And OSP, his cardio was not good at all. We're just seeing Dwight Grant, obviously getting ready to step in. Finished 7 of his 9 wins, all by knockout. 4 first-round finishes. So, can he get a first-round finish tonight? I know he's got power. I do think Juban's going to have too much. I don't know who the favourite is, so it's going to be interesting here to see who is stepping in as the favourite. People on Twitter saying ESPN Plus isn't working. I've heard that, dude. I've heard that. And what a show for it not to be working on, man. 2 title fights tonight. 2 massive fights. Hopefully they can get it working before we get to those championship fights. Because, legit, I don't want UFC fans missing out. Toxic, thank you so much for the donation, my friend. Really appreciate it. So Toxic says, hey, got Grant. Can you unban me on the Toxic account? I don't know that a Toxic account has been banned. I certainly don't remember banning anyone on the UFC streams. I can take a look at that, dude. No problem at all. Let me make a note of that. Toxic ban. I'll have a look at that for you. Right, so Alan Jouban is here, one of 2 fighters in UFC history with 2 standing elbow knockouts, 3rd highest striking rate in UFC welterweight history, 11 wins by knockout. So let's see how this goes down. If you're watching as well and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe because we are here every single week for the UFC. We will be back next week for the fight night. I think it's Alistair Overeem next week. I'm sure Overeem is the main event of the fight night next Saturday, so that should be very good. Although saying that, I do want to try and cover the Amir Khan fight as well, so we'll have to see what next week brings. But yeah, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe as we get ready for our second fight of the evening. Alan Jouban versus Dwight Grant. So both fighters are inside the octagon. You remind me of Shia LaBeouf's British cousin. I am so happy with that comment. I don't think you will ever know how pleased I am. Of all the things I've been called in my life, that is easily the nicest. Easily. So, thank you very much. Right, here we go. Bruce Buffer is doing the announcements. We're about to see who the favourite is here. As I said, I've no idea who the favourite is going into this. I've gone with Juban. But Grant has certainly got the power, and Grant's the favourite as well. Grant is the favourite in this. I think he's got like 4 first-round knockouts, so this might be explosive from the start. But, yeah, there we go. Grant is the favourite. Not a heavy favourite, just a slight favourite, but still very, very interesting. Slight plus 100, which is next to nothing. Alan Jouban, slight underdog. Michael is on the fence on this one. Referee is George Allen. Right. This could be explosive, guys. I'm slowly changing my mind here. Now that I know Grant's favourite. Here we go. We are underway. Not really much. I'd say Jouban is the one on the front foot right now. Still nothing. I don't think any significant shots thrown or anything along those lines. Although Jouban does back Grant up. Jouban grabs Grant. And he's looking for a takedown, but both guys spring back up. Went for a head kick as well, Jouban. Grant had to quickly get out of there. The first 20 seconds of this, absolutely nothing. But now it's burst into light because Grant is actually throwing bombs now. Grant really did throw some big strikes then. Those are some real significant shots from Grant. Both guys have hit the reset. They've gone back to the center. Nice little flurry there. Nice little 30 seconds. Jouban taking the fight to Grant. Grant literally fighting his way out of that. And you've got to watch Grant's power here. But as I said, Jouban, he's got some power of his own. I think he's probably got the better ground game. Swing and a miss by Grant. Went down to one knee as a result of that. He did. He lost his footing for a second, Grant, then. He's just throwing a lot of left jabs. A lot of left jabs, Grant. Just keeping Jouban at range. Not sure why. Not sure what Grant's strategy is here, but just constantly throwing that left. Constantly keeping him at bay. Looks like he wants to fight from distance. I think he's looking at throwing kicks, actually. Big overhand right. Huge overhand right from Grant, but it misses. Whistles past the face of Jouban. Goes for a leg kick. Nice combo from Grant. That was a great combo from Grant then. You do feel like Grant is the one that could put Jouban away. He's got a lot of power. He's hitting the combos. He's not taking the fight to Jouban, but he's hitting better counters. These shots are coming after Jouban throws. Jouban will throw. Throws and misses, actually. You can see on the significant strikes. Not a great deal landing for Jouban. This is very frustrating. Very frustrating for him. Jouban just constantly looking for an opening. Nice kick. Nice kick by Jouban. We're down to 1:30 in this round. Swing and a miss by Grant. I would say this was a Grant round. I feel like he's had the more attractive shots. Certainly had more of a volume of shots as well. Oh, wow! Big left. Big left from Grant. You could hear that as well. I mean, Jouban seems okay, but that was a big strike. I think Jouban needs to go back to his corner, needs to hit reset. Maybe have a word with himself because he's lost this round. He's lost this round. He just can't get through. Nice little combo there. He needs to do more of that. Just over 30 seconds left here. Backing up, both guys in the center of the octagon. Went for a headshot there. Head kick by Grant. Didn't get through. There wasn't really much power behind it. But this was a Grant round. Easily a Grant round. Stepping in by Jouban. Yeah, nice. Trying to fight at close range. Grant trying to fight at distance. Jouban seems to be fighting better in a clinch. There we go. End of the round. That was end of round 1. We need to just change this. That was a Grant round. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Grant seems to be a thinker more than Jouban, maybe. Yeah, I can kind of see that. If you signed up for ESPN Plus and expected the pay-per-view UFC events for free, I'm sorry to say that's not how it works. You receive fight nights for free, but the pay-per-view UFC. But as for the your... Oh, really, Eryk Harp? So... Hang on, do you not have to... I don't get how it works. Don't you sign up to ESPN Plus and then buy the fight? Totally don't get how it works. It seems like a mess to me. It seems messy. There's certainly people online that are having difficulty getting their heads around it. Way easier here. You just watch it on BT Sport 1. Right, we're going into the second round. Hopefully this is going to be an easier round for Jouban as well, because Dwight Grant definitely took that. Right, Jouban needs this round. He's standing his ground in the center, though. Ooh! Grant has come out. Grant has definitely come out here. I don't know if Grant's upped the tempo, but Grant, I think, wants to finish this. Just beautiful little combo there. Had Jouban in a little bit of trouble, but I don't know why Grant just took his foot off the gas. Grant just he had an opening. He just didn't go for the kill. He's let Jouban back into this. First minute of this round, you would say it's Grant's round so far as well. So, Grant in the centre, Jouban on the outside. Leg kick by Jouban. Leg kick back by Grant. Went for a headshot there by Grant, but nothing doing. Stepping forward and a jab by Jouban. Both guys in the centre. Swing and a miss by Grant. Stepping in. Left jab. Right jab by Jouban. No one going for the kill at the moment. That intensity has kind of gone. Both guys just trading the odd shot at the moment. Just a kick there by Grant. Grant keeps changing his stance. Keeps going orthodox into southpaw. I tell you what, Jouban's not throwing anything here. Nothing significant is really getting through. Grant is the more attractive fighter, definitely. Jouban with a leg kick, but really not much to it. Bit of a dull round so far. I mean, they're definitely both looking for an opening. But it's not making for the greatest of fights. Few boos in the crowd. Grant is the one that's backing up. I wouldn't say that Jouban's done anything to win this round, though. Again, nothing being thrown. I think you can see that in the total strikes, the significant strikes. There's little to no movement there. Swing and a miss by Jouban. Backing up Grant. Grant is definitely on the back foot, but he's quite happy with countering. That's what he seems to like to do. Joe Rogan saying that he's liking what he's seeing from Jouban. He's not rushing in. He's not letting Grant fire off those counters. He's grabbing the leg. Looks like Jouban's going for something a little different now. He's got Grant backed up against the octagon. Fires a knee into the midsection. But lets him go. Lets him go. There was just nothing there. Just had him in a decent position. But again, just couldn't go for the kill. Couldn't go for a takedown. Nowhere near enough by Jouban here. Not sure if he's saving it for the third round, but there's real boos from the crowd now. People really not liking what they're seeing. Backing up Grant. Little stumble by Jouban. There's really nothing to this. It's hard to tell you what's going on or get excited because there's been next to nothing thrown in this round. It's one of the worst rounds I've seen this year. Just nothing in it. Boos rained down from the crowd. That was a horrible round. I really thought we was going to get an interesting fight here. Jouban's had absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Dwight Grant seems a little gassed. I would say Dwight Grant was a little more out of breath than Jouban. Jouban seems alright. Seems ready to go for this third round. He says he's okay as well. Can he make it count? If he has got better cardio, maybe that's the strategy. Perhaps they've looked at Dwight Grant, seen that he's got 4 first-round finishes. Maybe they want to take him into the deep water. Maybe they want to see what he's like in the third round. If that's the strategy, might be quite smart. Jouban's not really been throwing much. I would say this is a Grant fight so far. I've got Grant winning this. Donna saying boring round for sure. I totally agree. I don't work for ESPN Plus, but it's 59. You'll receive the. There we go. Eryk, you should. You're doing a great job for them, dude. Right, here we go. We're into the third round now. Jouban firing off some quick jabs. He's nodding here. Some nice movement from Grant. Grant firing in a couple of kicks. Both guys looking for an opening. There's a bit more of an intensity to this round now. Nice right jab by Grant. Couple of strikes by Grant as well. Uppercut by Grant. Doesn't do a great deal of damage, but Jouban's got to be careful. He's down in this fight. Last thing he needs is to get smacked with an uppercut. Nice little combo, though, by Jouban. Already this round is better. Definitely better. There's more of an intensity here. He's backing up Grant. Firing in a couple of shots. Grant backs up again. Both guys looking for an opening. Jouban really needs to commit. Really needs to go for it. I appreciate he's got to be careful because that was a great little combo that Grant just threw. Left, right, uppercut. Kick to the legs by Jouban. The intensity starting to fall away. You've got to do more than this. Got to do more than this. Boos again starting to come from the crowd. I really don't know what Jouban's plan was now. I didn't know if we might want to take him into the third, take him into the deep water, see what it was like, see what his cardio was like, but I can't say that he's testing him. I can't say he's really throwing a great deal. In fact, you can see he's down on total strikes. Certainly Grant has thrown the flashier stuff. The crowd hate this. I hate this as well. This is a very dull fight. Goes for a strike there, Jouban. Shout out to my brother, Ben Land. Shout out. Shout out to my cat, Midnight. Definitely, why not? There's no action going on. We've got a timeout at the moment. Jouban is coming off injuries. He looks like it as well, dude. They're just showing a replay. It was a low blow. Low blow, and Grant is taking a little bit of time here. It was a low kick. You get 5 minutes if it's a groin strike. He is just taking a few minutes. I think he just signals to the ref that he's ready, though. We're back underway. 2 minutes 20 left. This has been a horrible fight. Second round was one of the worst rounds I've seen. There's still 2 minutes 10 left of this. Bit of intensity back, though. They are firing some quick strikes in. Roundhouse left from Grant. Stepping forward, little jab. But really not much behind it. I can see this going to decision. And I can see Grant getting the victory on this one. Jouban's he's just not throwing anything. Chat was saying he's just coming back from injury. Or coming back from injuries. And maybe that's playing a factor. I really don't know. Minute 25 left. Thank you very much, Cake a Cake. Appreciate the support. Third fight sucks. Crowd are booing again. We're down to the final minute, guys. There's really not much being thrown in this right now. You've got Jouban standing in the middle. Roundhouse left coming in from Grant. He's looking for a few 1-2 jabs, but nothing landing. I've got to be honest, they don't seem to be really looking to put each other away. They're looking for openings, but I don't think either guy can really find an opening. And there's 30 seconds left on the clock. Grant on the back foot. Oh, nice body shot. Nice body shot. Jouban gets Grant down. So he's managed to get Grant down. He was looking for a choke. Couldn't quite get it on. And then he was raining shots down. It was way too late. Way too late. He needed to do that like minutes ago. I think he's apologising to the fans because the fans are booing there, and rightfully so. Horrible, horrible fight. The ending was quite good. Body shot, I think it was like a left hand strike. It's like a kidney shot, really. And by Grant. But that was just enough of an opening for Jouban to look for a takedown. He took down Grant. Started raining down shots, but it all happened with like 20 seconds to go. End of the fight, and that was it. He needed to do that ages ago. I will look into that for you, WWE Daily. Very tricky fight to call. Cake, because it was awful. A tricky fight to stay awake during. It's going to be... Look, what I will say is it's going to be interesting to find out who's got the victory here. The reason I say that, I feel like it should be Grant, but Grant was backing away for quite a lot of that fight. And as Daniel Cormier said on the commentary, the optics didn't look good if you're constantly backing up. But I think that was his strategy. He was looking for counters. He was trying to invite Jouban onto him. We're going to go over to the decision. Let's see how this plays out. I feel like Grant should get the victory here. $29, Grant. Third. Kate split. Here we go. Dwight, Grant. Wow, Jouban is furious, man. Jouban is furious. $28 strikes to 30. I think the right person won there. Jouban is absolutely furious. But I don't see how he can be. He did not do enough. He might have taken the third round, but we got Shaquille O'Neal in the crowd. They're just showing Shaquille O'Neal. I don't think Shaquille O'Neal will have been impressed with that fight. And next fight coming up, Anders versus Rountree. Hopefully this is going to be better. It needs to be better. Shout out WWE fan 123. Right, I tell you what. Let's just move on from that fight. It was horrible. I didn't enjoy it. It's done. Split decision. We're moving on. We are moving on to Eryk Anders against Rountree. Khalil, Rountree. Let's change over the info at the top. So whilst I'm doing that, I can tell you that Anders is very powerful, and he will definitely try to take this down to the ground. Definitely. And he's very durable, whereas Rountree, his cardio, I don't think is as good, but he should have more power than Anders. So this is going to be an interesting one. For me, the question comes down to, can Anders get Rountree down? If Anders can get Rountree down, then he can dictate the fight. And I think that's what he's going to look to do. There we go. So with this one, I'm going with Anders. So far, I'm 1-1. I actually went for Juban on that last one. So far, I have got one correct and one incorrect. I've gone with Anders on this. I do think he will get Rountree down. I think that Anders will get Rountree down. I think he'll get it by either by submission or decision. Probably more likely decision. I think he'll dictate the fight. I think Anders is going to dictate the fight. If these two stay standing, then I think Rountree is going to get the victory. But I think Anders is going to dictate the fight. And I think he'll probably get it on decision. Let me know in the chat what you think. Who do you think is going to get the victory here? I've gone with Anders. Maybe you think it will go to Rountree. If we look at the stats, Rowntree's got the reach advantage. Not that it makes a massive difference. But I think he's got the power advantage as well. We're just seeing Rountree at the moment. Obviously, after this as well. I think the next fight... Is the next fight going to be Adesanya? I think Adesanya is next. I think the Adesanya Gastelum fight is next. No way. Khalil Rountree. Fourth shortest average fight average. He steps into the octagon. He's certainly pumped up for this. He's ready for this. Hey Days, thanks for the shout out. No worries. Anders with the hard hit. The guy with the tattoos will win. Okay, so Rountree is in there. Here comes Anders. And guys, after this, we've got Gastelum against Adesanya. We are at the main event and co-main event after this fight. So, I don't mind this fight. I think this fight should be good. I've gone with Anders, as we said. I think he will look to dictate it. I do think he's going to try... Well, he's definitely going to try and take it down to the ground. And I think he will be successful with that. So I've gone with Anders. Again, I don't know who the favourite is. Let's just have a look and see. I'm not sure if it'll tell us just yet. Okay, so 6 first round finishes for Anders. Finished 8 out of 11 wins. 7 by knockout. A former NCAA linebacker. Okay, both guys are in there now. Cormier saying this is going to be the best Eryk Anders we have ever seen. Why did Juban lose? Well, he was definitely on the front foot, but he just didn't throw enough. He didn't have as many significant strikes, and not only that, I don't think the strikes he was throwing, they just didn't look great. There was very little that was getting through, whereas Grant was actually landing with some nice combinations, and he was constantly looking for the counters. He was on the back foot, but honestly, watching the fight, it felt like Grant won it to me. But Jouban was absolutely furious. Absolutely livid. Hey Anna, hope you were well. Eryk Anders is the favourite here. Cormier is always running his mouth. After this, guys, we have got Ezreal Adesanya against Kelvin Gastelum. Jason Herzog is our referee for this one. Let's change this at the top. Right. Touching gloves. And we are underway. Just a little leg kick there by Rountree. Looking for a right jabs, but nothing yet. Right leg kick. More right jab attempts by Rountree, but nothing landing. I think one leg kick has landed. That's about it. Anders quite happy to take his time. Anders has got to be careful here because Rountree, I think, definitely has got more power. Anders is going to look to take this down. He's kind of offering out his leg a lot. He definitely is looking for leg kicks here, Rountree. So I think Anders might go for a single leg takedown. Sure, he can grab that leg at some point. He is very quick though, Rountree. Rountree definitely firing off some quick, clean strikes. Does actually Rogan saying that Rountree looks very sharp, and he does. He seems primed. Like he seems like a coiled spring. He's just constantly moving. He's got great movement, Rountree. Just constantly looking for angles to try and switch it up. He's causing Anders some real trouble here. He's just had him backed up against the side of the cage. And I don't think Anders was really expecting this. But Rountree looking very impressive. Very impressive. Firing in another leg kick. Don't know where we are with significant strikes. UFC really slow at updating the match stats tonight. Definitely feel like Rountree has thrown and landed more so far. Another couple of more and Anders gets backed up against that cage again. Beautiful 1-2 jab combination by Rountree. Rountree constantly looking to fire off that right leg. And he's constantly got the right jab working as well. This is a Rountree round so far. We haven't seen much from Anders at all. Another little firing off of jabs. Nice 1-2 combo. 1-2 count combo, jab combo, and then fires in a right kick as well. And Anders has got no reply. I really want to see the strikes here because I really think that Rountree is just absolutely dominating this. He's got a light bounce going. They're just saying about that in the commentary. Everything's coming off that light bounce. Everything's coming off that movement. He's not flat-footed. He's not standing. He's got constant movement, Rountree. He's firing in some beautiful leg kicks now. Some right leg kicks, taking away the base of Anders. Anders just can't get a foothold in this fight. It has been a real masterclass as another right-left leg combo comes in. And there we go. He finally grabs the leg. Anders finally grabbing the leg of Rountree and follows it up with a spinning back elbow and cannot get any joy. It was a slight opening, but he couldn't maximize it. And this is still a Rountree round. 11 leg kicks. Finally, it looks like we're getting some match statistics from the UFC. I'm expecting Rountree to have dominated this. Let's go down. Let's bring up those match numbers. What we look at that. 17-3. 17 total strikes to 3. This is a Rountree round. And I think Eryk Anders is going to have to go back to his corner and have a word with himself. Because there was only one moment in that round where he got a bit of a foothold. He literally grabbed the leg of Rountree and then followed it up with a spinning back elbow. I couldn't even see if it connected with that spinning back elbow. But he has been outclassed in that round. His corner don't look too concerned. His corner seemed pretty cool about it, but man, he needs to switch up his game plan here. Being your his kid. He's beating him. Let me know, guys. What do you think? Do you think Eryk Anders can come back in this? Do you think Rountree can keep that up for the remaining rounds? What do you think? Really good first round. I really enjoyed that first round. Rountree not breathing heavy here as we move into the second, and he's come straight out of the gates. Beautiful. Oh, he drops him! Massive left hand! Massive left hand by Rountree! Drops Anders! Anders, though, is okay. He's still in this fight, but that is a huge moment in this fight. Sets him up with some right jabs, I think it was. And now he's down, hammer fists. It's all Rountree. And he lets him get back up, but look at this. Anders was not ready for that. Was not ready for that at all. From what I saw, it was a couple of big rights and then a massive left. Looked like a roundhouse. I don't think it was straight down the middle. We'll have to see a replay of it. Oh, he taps him again. Rountree taps him again. And Anders is down on his back. Anders is in a whole world of pain right now. Whole world of pain. Anders is on his back. He's using his legs, his feet as a defense. And now he's going for takedowns. Now he's looking for double leg takedowns now, Anders, which is really what he should have been doing at the start of this fight. I thought he was going to be looking for takedowns in round one. He grabbed the leg once. He has got to try and get takedowns. He cannot stand blow for blow with Rountree. It's a stupid strategy that he should never have been trying in the first place. He's got to look for takedowns. He is getting absolutely battered in there. What a fight from Rountree. What a fight. He has got to be absolutely buzzing right now. He has put Anders down at least twice. At least twice. Huge round for Rountree. 32 significant strikes to 7. Big left fired off by Rountree. I gotta be honest, I am loving what I am seeing from Rountree here. Loving it. He swarmed him! Ah! Big right hand! Big right hand, and he drops him again! Anders is on his back again. This is the third, maybe even fourth time. He's still okay. He's still in this. It's just, what a round this is. This is one of the best rounds I've seen all year. One of the best rounds. Absolutely incredible action. Anders has got to be shell-shocked here. Absolutely shell-shocked. He's got to go for those legs. He's got to drive Rountree back. I don't know why he's trying to trade strikes with Rountree. Rountree just throwing so many combos. Lefts, rights, right leg kicks. Another right leg kick comes in. This is such an enjoyable fight. And we've still got the... Oh! He sends him down again. He is sending him down for fun. No word of a lie. This is the 4th or 5th time he has put him down. I mean, the only thing is, Anders must have, like, such a great chin. It's the 4th knockdown. What a chin Anders has got. He's been put down 4 times. He does just keep getting back up. He just keeps getting back up. And you know, he still seems to be in this. He doesn't seem tired or anything like that. He's not gassed or anything along those lines. A real enjoyable round to call. We got 20 seconds left of it. They touch gloves as we enter this final phase of this round. And what a great round. As Rountree steps forward, driving Anders back. Anders has taken everything that Rountree has thrown. And he is still in this fight. He is still in there. And he walks away. He's not busted open. I think the ref just checking is okay. A fantastic round. An absolutely brilliant, brilliant round. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Hello, Voltrex. Hope you are well. That was so good. Let me know in the chat what you think. Let me know in the chat. Rountree gets better every single fight. Dude, I am loving what I'm seeing from Rountree. I thought he was going to be out of his depth here. I didn't think that he was going to be able to do what he's doing. Nothing but credit to him. He has really surprised me, and I think he's surprising a lot of people right now. Anders is done. Well, you say that, but Rountree hasn't put him away. If I was Rountree, I would be a little bit concerned. He's just getting checked over here. Right, we are going into the 3rd round of what has been an absolutely incredible fight. I have loved this fight. Rountree is absolutely dominating this. Dominating it. There's been 4, 5 knockdowns. Absolutely incredible. That 2nd round. I'm not sure this 3rd round is going to be as great. I'm not sure anything we're going to see tonight is going to be as great, if I'm being honest. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Right, leg kicks coming in. Left leg kicks by Rountree. Right jab, not getting through, but those leg kicks certainly did. And Anders needs to grab those legs and look for a submission here. I mean, honestly, if he's going to win this fight, he's going to need a stoppage. If this fight goes to decision, Rountree's winning it. I think Anders knows that as well. It's really hard to know what he can do. Really hard to know what he can do. But it does have to be a little bit disheartening if you are Rountree. The fact that you could not put Anders away. He's had him down so many times and the guy is still there. Like, that's got to be a bit disheartening. 3 minutes 30 left of this fight. Beautiful right leg kick there by Rountree, trying to take the base away from Anders. Anders stepping forward with a left. Beautiful left hand strike, followed up with a right uppercut, but Anders just moves out of the way. Rountree is, I'd say, probably getting the better here as well. Nice strike, though, by Anders there. Landing right on the chin. Beautiful left. But didn't cause Rountree much bother. 59 significant strikes thrown by Rountree. 17 by Eryk Anders. And Rountree is just dominating this. There's 2 minutes 30 to go, and I think Anders is going to have to drop Rountree to get the victory. Beautiful right follows with a left leg kick by Rountree. Don't forget, we're into the main event and co-main event as soon as we get past this. So we have got Adasanya coming up next. But I don't think anything can be as good as this fight. I have absolutely loved it. Anders just getting a little bit of joy now. He's starting to back Rountree up. He's starting to get a foothold into this fight, but there's 1 minute 45 left. I don't think he's going to have enough to really make a difference. You can see, I think Rountree is a little gassed now. He's kind of breathing a bit heavy. He seems to be out on his feet a little bit. Leg kick by Rountree. Not really much power behind it. And Anders, if he's going to win this, has got to drop Rountree. But Rountree is tiring. If he makes a mistake and Anders can find a way through, you never know, but it's unlikely. Rountree just needs to defend this round out. Don't do anything stupid. Keep your defense up. See the round out. 50 odd seconds. Nice little flurry there by Rountree. Right, left. Head kick as well. This is Rowntree's fight, isn't it? This is a Rountree fight. Absolutely brilliant. Loved it. 30 odd seconds to go. Hello, Billy the Kid. Kick by Rountree. Big strike there. Beautiful left by Rountree. 15 seconds left. Anders, he's not going to do it. Final 10 seconds. And there we go. It goes to decision. And he has been absolutely battered. He has been absolutely battered. Rountree has no grappling skills. He should have been a boxer. What the hell is he? Well, you say that, but I'm not sure how much power he's got in his strikes. I would question the power because he has put down Anders 4 or 5 times there. And Anders has been quite comfortable in getting straight back up. So he's got through. He's thrown some beautiful strikes, but I don't know. I don't know how much power he's got. 71 significant strikes, 32 leg strikes, 4 knockdowns for Rountree. Eryk Anders, 19 significant strikes, no leg strikes, no knockdowns. I wonder who's winning this. Chazolistic Films, thank you very much, my friend. Anadors, I hope you are well. Cake a Cake says knew that Rountree was going to get that from the start. I'll be honest, I thought Anders would. I didn't think Rountree was going to be able to step up like what he just has done. Very, very impressed with him. He is now on my radar. Firmly on my radar. Very impressed with what we've just seen there. Rountree, of course, winning by unanimous decision. Rountree has a lot of power. Anders has got an iron chin. Maybe you're right. Maybe it was that. Maybe Anders has just got an iron chin. But it's gone to decision. Rountree wins. Let me change this. So I think we've got Adesanya The last style bender coming up next. I'm a bit worried because I'm doing awful tonight on my predictions. So I predicted Adesanya and Holloway. I really want Adesanya and Holloway to win as well. I really want them to win. Joe Rogan saying to Rountree, you have looked fantastic in the past, but never as good as this. And they're just showing some of the replays. He was very impressive. Very impressive. Dreadhead Disc Golf says Adesanya in 4. Rountree looks stronger. Eryk's built like a welterweight. Cake Cake says, here we go, boys and girls. The co-main event is coming up. Skullface thinks that Holloway will win. I've gone with Adesanya and Holloway. So I think the Adesanya fight is next. Ezreal Adesanya against Kelvin Gastelum. This is a huge fight. This is an absolute massive fight. Make no mistake about it. Ezreal Adesanya could arguably be the biggest star in UFC. Not right now, granted. He's still climbing that ladder, but he is on his way. He is a megastar. Super exciting. 16-0 is Ezreal Adesanya's record. 6 first-round finishes. He's got so many tools in his arsenal. So many tools in his arsenal. He's big, strong, fast, long. It's just, his reach is incredible. I think he's going to have like a 9-inch reach advantage in this fight. So it's crazy. So I am very, very excited for this. Make sure you let me know in the chat right now. Who have you got here? Current champion? Is it going to be the current champ, Gastelum, the interim middleweight champion? Or is it Ezreal Adesanya? Who is winning this fight? Let me know. UFC 256 live stream. Live reactions as we get to our co-main event. This is huge. I have been waiting for this for so long. You might remember that Ezreal Adesanya fought not that long ago, actually, against Silva, and managed to get him by decision. And he said that Dana had promised him a title fight once that fight was out the way. Here we are. This is a big moment for Ezreal Adesanya. I think what's really exciting about him is legit. He could be the best kickboxer in the world. I don't know if he is right now. I don't watch the world of kickboxing that closely. So it's hard to say how he compares. But certainly had he have stayed in that world, because that's where he came from, he would be the best kickboxer right now. His kickboxing is next level. I love how he just mixes it up. He switches his stances. He's got plenty of power. As we said, he's long, he's fast. I'm saying Adesanya on this. But I appreciate that there's people out there that think that Gastelum's going to get the victory because he's got a lot of power. I think he's going to have to try and disrupt Adesanya. He's going to have to pressure Adesanya. He's going to have to drive him back against the octagon. I think if you're going to stand there going strike for strike, Adesanya is going to win this all day long. All day long. But again, let me know. I want to know your thoughts. Who is winning this fight? This is a massive, massive fight. Massive fight. On any other day, this could be the main event. So, yeah, I am super excited that it's coming up right now. Right, we need to change over. I can tell you we're at commercial break at the moment, so you're not missing anything. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe. We are here every week for the UFC. Gastelum versus Adesanya. The last style bender. Let's go over. Let's change the graphic. There we go. So, of course, Gastelum from the United States, Adesanya from Nigeria. I believe Adesanya fights out of New Zealand, though. And the reach, as we said, 80 inches for Adesanya, 71.5 for Gastelum. Leg reach, 44.5 for Adesanya, 39.5 for Gastelum. Just any statistic you want to look at, just looks to me like this is Adesanya's fight. Hope the train gets derailed tonight. Yes. Well, I think it's Adesanya. I would also avoid the links in the chat, let me tell you that now. Because they can take you to places you really don't want to go. Spam and stuff like that. So, yeah, be very, very careful with the links in the chat. We're trying to delete them when we can. And a big shout out to Anna Dawes that I can see is doing an incredible job. Thank you so much, my friend. As we get towards this fight, Adesanya against Gastelum. There's a lot of people that are excited for this one. I know a lot of people that join us don't always watch UFC. Hopefully, I've kind of got across how important this fight is, how exciting this fight is. It is for the interim middleweight championship. This is a championship fight. And Adesanya, I really feel like Adesanya is the name that everyone will be talking about in a year or two's time. People are talking about him now, but I'm talking about those Conor McGregor levels. I'm talking about Khabib. I'm talking that level, pound for pound level. He's still got a little way to go, but man, his fights are so exciting, and hopefully this is going to be no different. Gastelum versus Adesanya coming up very, very soon. Doc is saying Adesanya TKO third round. Stampede says Kelvin. What does interim mean? Interim means that you are holding it kind of temporarily until the real champ returns. But that shouldn't take away from this. So, Robert Whittaker is the middleweight champion. Is he's still out, is he? I've not heard if he's when his next fight is. Have they said anything about Robert Whittaker? Robert Whittaker's the champ, and honestly, whoever wins this is next in line. And that fight will be huge. Whittaker against either of these. Whittaker against Adesanya is just one of the best fights we've had for years. Kelvin's going to go to sleep. Heel hook Ezreal in the 4th round. Interim is basically number 1 contenders. That's probably a better way of putting it, yes. People are excited for this one. I can tell you that Adesanya is minus 150. He is the firm favourite for this. Gastelum is plus 130. So Adesanya is definitely the favourite of the two. But Gastelum is the interim champ. He is 4th in the rankings. Adesanya is 5th.
it's not going to be easy for either guy to win this. But Adesanya is full of confidence. And I want to see a little bit of taunting. I want to see that personality come out. I'm really hoping that Adesanya does this and does this with style. I think that would really help put him on the map. He's kind of on the map anyway after that Silva fight, but this is good. This is tasty. Super excited for this. For your information, Whittaker has been cleared and is now back in training. Thank you, dude. I haven't heard anything. Just being honest. So yeah, very interesting. So it looks like we could get Whittaker versus the winner of this very, very soon. Whittaker against Adesanya is just the stuff of dreams. Absolute dreams. If Adesanya can take a few shots, he has the W. Good point by Will there. Silva fight didn't prove anything. I don't know. Adesanya was still in there with one of the all-time greats and, you know, managed to get the victory on decision. I understand what you're saying, but I do think it was a big moment for Adesanya. I'm hoping Holloway wins and Gastelum, says Rocky. I personally want Adesanya and Holloway. Silva was old in his prime. He would have not... Yeah, true. Hey, I'm alright with a little bit of cockiness. There's people saying that Adesanya's too cocky, but I like that. I think it brings personality, and that's such a big thing for the UFC in attracting those casual fans. Like, I mean, that's basically what Conor McGregor built his career on, was his talking and his cockiness, and Adesanya's not at that level, but fighting-wise, he certainly is. This is huge. This is huge. However you want to look at this, this could be the main event. So excited for this. I've got Adesanya. I think this, because of it being a title match, is 5 rounds, so hard to see it go in the distance. Initially, I thought Adesanya by decision, but honestly, I don't care how he wins it. The last style bender is the first one to come out, making his ring walk, singing along to his entrance music. So cool, man. So cool. You know nothing about MMA if you think Kelvin is winning. Well, thankfully, I've gone with Adesanya, but I appreciate there's Kelvin fans out there. Here he is. Great reception for Ezreal Adesanya as he steps out into the arena here in Georgia, Atlanta. Crowd going absolutely crazy. I think the crowd are probably with Adesanya as he bops his way, moves his head, dances his way into that octagon. I tell you, big star, man. Big, big star. He is a great striker. And you know what's really interesting? Certain parts of the chat are saying that fight against Anderson Silva, it didn't prove anything. Silva's over the hill. Blah, 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 blah. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I can't disagree, but I do think that, you know, it just helps Ezreal Adesanya, you know, gives him a little bit of confidence. It's a big victory over one of the, if not the greatest of all time. So he's still undefeated, 16-0. You know, it was a huge moment. If he wins here, if he wins tonight, you've got a megastar. You've got a megastar anyway, but this is huge. This is absolutely huge. Come on, Ezreal! He's in there. walking around. He's like the cock of the walk. He is loving it. He's dancing around, man. He is very confident. This could go a while. This could go into the third round, the fourth round. It could go for the distance, but I don't know. Gastelum is no joke. He is a threat for sure. He's got good power and he's got good wrestling. Says false paradigm. I can't even pronounce that. Paradigm. And we've got David saying Gastelum is going to knock this kid out. I hear you, David. I hear what you're saying. Gastelum isn't messing around. Look, he is running out. He's not... Look at this. His entourage can't even keep up with him. He's just come running out. He is fired up, man. Proper fired up. He's just come charging out. And I tell you, I don't know, you know. I think he's just pulled his own shorts off. He is that fired up. He's pulled his shorts off. He is just, I don't know if what has been said here. He is so fired up. He is staring into the octagon. He is staring at Ezreal. Has Ezreal got in his head? Has Ezreal got into Gastelum's head? If he comes charging out, we might see a very quick knockout here. Because he has just come running out from the back, staring at Ezreal. He was so fired up, he ripped his own shorts off. I mean, I've never seen such a thing, let me tell you. Hello, King Hypo-O-ish. What a meme. I know, what a great moment. Came running out, ripped his own shorts off, was staring at Ezreal all the time. He's in there now. He's settled down a little bit now. Ezreal, cool as you like, man. Cool. I don't even think he noticed. I don't even think he saw him. Just so relaxed in there. He has got a job to do, and I'm telling you now, he's doing the job. Ezreal, Adesanya for the win. Gets the W. I'm calling it now. Gastelum, 27. Ezreal, actually older, 29. This is huge. This is so big. This is a mouth-watering encounter. Bruce Buffer is here. Shades of Connor and Aldo. Well, look, let's see. Gastelum has kind of calmed down a little bit now, but it was like that, yes. The way he came charging out, you kind of thought, yeah, is it going to go that way? Is it going to start out, bang, just gets caught? That would be stupid. I mean, Ezreal Adesanya, one of the best strikers in UFC, he would be stupid to do that. But look, let's see. Let's see. I still want Gas to win, but he needs to calm down. Guys, Tomato Juice is worried. Tomato Juice is worried in the chat. Oh, man. Comes to summit when Tomato Juice is concerned. But Ezreal Adesanya heads into this as the favourite. Cool as you like. Just loosening up, stretching out. Ugh. Not only that, after this we've got the Max Holloway fight. Holloway against Poirier 2. What a card. What a show. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe. Because we are here every week, but I can't promise matches every week as tasty as this one. Gastelum against Ezreal Adesanya. He has calmed down, Gastelum. He's pacing back and forth, but I'm not getting the vibe that he's going to go charging in or anything. Okay, here we go. They step into each other. Obviously, Ezreal towering over Gastelum. They touch gloves. They back up. You can feel the excitement. You can see Dana on the outside clapping his hands, rubbing his hands together. This is one of those fights that you just do not want to miss. And we are underway. Gastelum does charge forward, but doesn't engage, doesn't throw anything. Ezreal doesn't throw anything either. We are underway. Ezreal straight away changing his stances up. 20 odd seconds in, nothing been thrown. So Gastelum has kept his head, hasn't charged in. Both guys just feeling each other out. It's so interesting. Adesanya just keeps switching those stances. Keeps changing it around. Oof, big kick, right kick by Adesanya. Gastelum charging forward. I think that's what Gastelum has got to do. He's got to put the pressure on Adesanya. He's got to back him up against the cage. There's no point fighting at distance because Adesanya's got such a reach advantage. It would be silly to do that. You kind of need to put the pressure on Adesanya. You need to really put him under pressure. You need to force the fight. Stepping forward. That's what Gastelum's doing. 3.5 minutes left of this. Not a great deal has been thrown so far. Let's have a look and see. Where are we? UFC so slow tonight at updating these significant strikes and these statistics. But not a great deal so far. I mean, I suppose in a way that makes sense because this is a 5-round fight. So they're conserving a little bit of energy here. Oof. Oh! Adesanya! Adesanya goes down, but I don't think it was Gastelum that did that. I think it was a loss of footing. But Gastelum took the fight to Adesanya. That's what he's got to do. He's got to put the pressure on. That was good for Gastelum then. He had Adesanya under a bit of pressure. Had him on his backside for a second. That was a big moment for Gastelum. I think Gastelum's got this round so far. Gastelum is throwing. Where are we? They still haven't updated the significant strikes. I think they're doing it as we speak. I'm not expecting to see a great deal on the statistics. I think Gastelum gets this round. He's getting the better moments. Adesanya, though, has got some nice movement in there. Let's have a look. Yeah, actually, Adesanya just ahead. That's a surprise. Big strike to the body by Gastelum. Right hand to the body. Adesanya backed up a little to the cage. Gastelum stepping forward. Can't really keep that pressure on, and both guys go back to the center. Big left hand by Gastelum. Gastelum definitely getting the better shots through, the more attractive shots through. I would say this was a Gastelum round so far. Adesanya still very comfortable. He has been on his backside once, but I'd have to see a replay to see if that wasn't a loss of footing. Gastelum is both guys in the center. Gastelum taking that fight to Adesanya. Adesanya very comfortable though, standing his ground. Both guys in the centre. And actually, Adesanya now firing in a couple of 1-2s. Couple of nice combos, left and right. Keeps switching the stance. And now looking to throw the jabs in. But yeah, Adesanya keeps switching the stance, but not really doing a great deal with it. Just switching the stance, throwing a jab. Gastelum very comfortable. And that's the end of the round. And that's a Gastelum round. That is a Gastelum round. They're just showing a replay. Massive, massive right, roundhouse right, comes round from Gastelum and actually backs up Adesanya. It's a Gastelum round. Big moment. As we go into the second. Good fight. It's living up to the hype so far. Not a great deal thrown, as you can see. Adesanya has thrown more, but Gastelum has thrown the more impressive looking shots. Right, here we go. Round 2. Adesanya needs to just connect with a little bit more, which might sound stupid, but it feels like he's thrown a lot and not connected with a great deal. 32% actually of his strikes have landed. He could probably do with trying to up that a little bit more. Right, we're into the second round now, guys. Stepping forward by Gastelum with those jabs, but nothing really landing. Both guys in the centre. Coming forward again. He kind of charges forward with those right jabs, Gastelum. Adesanya quite comfortable. Kind of on the back foot a little bit. And this is exactly what Gastelum has to do. He's got to take the fight to Adesanya. He's got to back up Adesanya. And now he's charging forward. Couple of roundhouse lefts. Body shots by Gastelum. Adesanya is firing back, but I'm not sure a great deal is getting through. He doesn't look too comfortable at the moment, Adesanya. Nice headshot there. Left headshot by Gastelum. Roundhouses coming in by Gastelum. Adesanya. Nice body shot by Adesanya. Right hand. Both guys in the centre, on their feet. It's all been on their feet at the moment. Both guys have been standing, trading shots. I was a little bit worried at the start of this fight that Gastelum had lost his head. Before the fight, he came absolutely charging out, but this has actually been very well thought out. Headshot there, head kick. Adesanya's head snaps back. Couldn't see what he just ate. Looks like a jab. Looks like he ate a jab. Very close on the significant strikes. Cormier saying, don't think that that's a normal jab that Gastelum throws. It has got some real power behind it, and it certainly looked that way. Adesanya's head snapped back. Both guys back into the centre. 2 minutes 45 left. Gastelum taking the fight to Adesanya here. Gastelum fighting the perfect fight. He's got Adesanya backed up against the cage. Adesanya escapes. Gets into the centre of the octagon. Left body shot by Gastelum. Doesn't really connect. There's not lots of shots being thrown. Gastelum down! Gastelum down! Gastelum goes down! The fight's not over! Adesanya on top of him! Need to see what put him down. Certainly looks like he got caught. I don't think he lost his footing. Adesanya putting Gastelum down. And has that swung the fight now? Has the pendulum swung to Ezreal Adesanya? Going for a head kick now, Adesanya. Need to see a replay of that. Such a big moment in this fight. Gastelum putting Adesanya down in the first. Adesanya putting Gastelum down in the second. And it looks like Ezreal taking the fight to Gastelum now. Gastelum backed up a little bit against the cage. This fight has really come to life now. Gastelum firing in a right jab. Ezreal answering with a right jab of his own. If any of these connect, they all seem to be just millimeters away. Millimeters away. There's a lot of swings and misses, but there's real power in there. Spinning back elbow. Gastelum goes down, but he's looking for a single leg takedown. Can't get it. Adesanya escapes, goes to the outside. Gastelum now, the mood of this fight has changed. Gastelum isn't throwing the volume of strikes he was throwing before. That knockdown has taken some out of Gastelum. Really feels like the pendulum has swung to Adesanya here. Adesanya looks to be in better shape right now. Gastelum is changing his strategy. He's looking for takedowns. We're into the final 10 seconds. Big round. Big round for Ezreal Adesanya. Absolutely huge. And that's the end of the round. Wow. Big round. It was, we're just having a look at the replay. They're just showing some of the shots that they traded here. Beautiful right jab from Gastelum that got through. Spinning back elbow by Adesanya getting through. Want to see what put Gastelum down? They're not showing us. They're not showing us what put Gastelum down. I hope they're trying to find that replay. Want to see exactly what it was. As soon as they show us, I will let you know. Big moment in this fight. Real big moment in this fight. Here we go. Right. It was just a right. The angle that it came from, though, it kind of came down. Wasn't like a roundhouse right. It wasn't a straight jab either. Kind of comes from a weird angle. Kind of, it's along the lines of a Superman punch in a way. Kind of comes really down. Catches Gastelum beautifully on the chin. Gastelum goes down. Big moment in this fight. Definitely changed that round. And we are into round 3. This is interesting now. I would say it's 1 round each so far. Right, Adesanya is standing his ground in the center of the octagon. Some nice movement by Gastelum. Kind of bouncing around. Went for a knee there. Adesanya charging forward. Little jab. Nothing getting through. Adesanya. He's kind of got his hands down. He's constantly looking here for a way through. I'm not sure if he wants to throw another spinning back elbow. Some nice movement from Gastelum. But Gastelum's kind of on the outside. Can't hear the Chowder chanting something. The crowd are right behind this. 2 of them trading shots. A knee from Adesanya. Adesanya backing up again. Beautiful. Charging forward by Gastelum with a right jab. I'm not sure how much is landing, but by the look of the stats, Ezreal is connecting with a lot here. I would say Ezreal is starting to pull ahead a little now. I would say he was starting to pull ahead. There's a head kick there, which is beautifully blocked by Gastelum. But Gastelum just isn't throwing the volume of shots that he was throwing before. Like, round one, he was all over Adesanya. Don't forget, this is a 5-round fight. If Gastelum's cardio is going, head kick again by Adesanya, but a beautiful block by Gastelum. Gastelum's doing well, make no mistake about it, but Adesanya's just not out of breath. He's not tiring. His movement seems to be better. And Adesanya, 21 headshots. Gastelum, 19. We are halfway through the third round. Gastelum stepping forward. Adesanya with a knee. Kind of charging into Gastelum. They break apart again, though. They are crisp knee strikes by Ezreal. Gastelum is a little bit gassed. Sucking in a lot of air right now. He's still charging forward. Lots of swings and misses, though. Can't seem to connect like he could before. And I think Ezreal is going to be quite happy here. Kick to the body. Takes the legs away. Gastelum's in trouble, in my opinion. Gastelum is in big trouble. Ezreal seems very comfortable and actually seems to be dictating this fight right now. Ezreal just looking for an opening. Quite happy to take his time. Fires in a headshot. Head kick. Doesn't connect. But Gastelum has got to be so weary of all these different things that are being thrown at him. He's got crazy strikes. He manages, though, to get a takedown. Gastelum has got a takedown, a successful takedown of Ezreal Adesanya. But they're straight back up. Straight back up. Gastelum could not make that count. We are into the final minute of the third round. This has been a fantastic round. It's been a fantastic fight. But I would say Ezreal Adesanya is slowly pulling forward now. Both guys in the center. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe because we are back next week for UFC. We're here all throughout the rest of the show as well. We cover all of the UFC shows. But I'm not sure we'll be covering a fight as tasty as this for a while. Both guys seem to be quite happy just to see this round out. Not much being thrown right now. Ezreal teasing that he was going to charge forward there. And that's the end of the round. That is the end of the round. Michael saying, come on, Gastelum. This is interesting. This is really, really interesting. Hello, Kyle. Hope you are well. Kelvin, pull yourself together. Gastelum, you can do it. Yeah, I'd say it's 2-1. 2-1 right now. Adesanya, 2-1. And actually, Adesanya is dictating this fight, in my opinion, now. I would say that second round knockdown was a game changer. I really do. Gastelum just hasn't looked the same since. Really hasn't looked the same. We are moving now, my friends, into the fourth round. Into the fourth round. Ezreal is breathing a little heavy, but still seems very comfortable. Gastelum seems to be okay as well. God, this is fascinating. I've got it 2-1. I've got it 2-1 to Ezreal Adesanya right now. But Gastelum comes out the blocks quite quick. Yeah, Gastelum picking up the pace here, taking the fight to Adesanya. Both guys still on their feet. Beautiful kick by Gastelum, trying to take Adesanya's base away from him. He now backs him up against the cage. Adesanya escapes. Adesanya with a kick of his own. Right kick, looking for a head kick, looking for a right jab. Gastelum fires back with left kick. Left jab. Adesanya, very comfortable. Gastelum standing his ground in the centre. Knee from Adesanya. Knee to the body. And this round looks like it's settling down. That was quite an explosive start, though. Gastelum really did come out of the blocks. I'm not sure what he's got now, though. I'm not sure what he's got now. I mean, credit to him. Ezreal is struggling to find a way through Gastelum here. But he is definitely landing more significant strikes. And that one in particular. Big right hand by Ezreal. Big right hand. Oof. Trying for another, but doesn't connect. Gastelum just keeps firing that jab off. Keeps firing that jab. But Adesanya very comfortable. Backed up a little bit. 1-2 punch there by Gastelum. It's a jab by a overhand left. Adesanya. Couple of combos here. There's no killer punches right now. There's nothing that looks like it's going to put either guy away. I mean, they can just come out of nowhere, of course. Halfway into this round, it looks like decision. If I was a betting man, I would say this is going to go to decision. Fascinating. He has got Adesanya pinned up against the octagon, but they break free. Nice right by Adesanya. Beautiful right by Adesanya again. I would say this is a hard round to call. This is a 50-50 round. I don't think anyone's really had the advantage here. Gastelum might be firing a little more in this. They're trading shots now, and I think Gastelum's starting to get through. I think Gastelum's starting to cause Adesanya a bit of problem. I think Adesanya's nose is starting to get a bit red here. I think some of them jabs are getting through, and I think Adesanya's taken a bit of punishment. And Daniel Cormier, I think, says it best. This is a great fight. It really is. Neither guy seems to be able to put the other away. Both still on their feet. Gastelum has been advancing 37% in this round. Adesanya, about 13%. Adesanya needs to do more. Beautiful left jab. Right kick by Adesanya. He needs to do more. There have been a few wild exchanges, and Gastelum's probably got the better of them. Adesanya is struggling. Adesanya backed up against the cage. He's having to run away now from Gastelum. Adesanya was in trouble there. Yeah, Gastelum had Adesanya hurt, but Adesanya's firing back with some strikes of his own. Head kick as well. 1-2 punches. I think this is a Gastelum round. I think we're 2-2 here going into the fifth. What a fight. A great fight. Gastelum with a beautiful left jab. Yep, I agree with Cormier. 2-2 going into the fifth. This is so close. Gastelum has done so well to get back into this. So well. Adesanya's hurt bad here. Adesanya's in trouble. His corner are really having to work hard. He has taken a lot of headshots. You can see his nose. It's starting to go red. Jack is saying finish him. How much time is left? Dude, there's no time left. We're into the 5th. We are into the 5th and final. And this could be one of the great rounds of the year. It is 2-2 going into this. There is nothing to separate these two. I don't know who's winning this fight right now. It is 2-2. As we go into the 5th, the crowd are going crazy. It is the fight that you wanted to see. 5 minutes for someone to win this. Gastelum stepping forward, taking that fight to Adesanya. Adesanya just takes the sting out of it. Both guys in the centre. Kick by Adesanya. Just trying to keep Gastelum at bay a little bit. Gastelum just swarms Adesanya. Just combos. Right, left, kicks. He has been throwing a lot of low kicks, Gastelum. And you can see the face of Adesanya. Oh, nice combo by Adesanya. Gets through. He needs to do more of that. He needs to do more. Now we're getting some head kicks getting through. Follows it up with some 1-2 strikes as well. Some combos. Adesanya getting the better of this early round. These early exchanges. Gastelum coming right back. Gastelum taking the fight to Adesanya. Adesanya with a beautiful right though. And Gastelum, I think, is going to try and change the tactic. But so is Adesanya. He's trying to take him down. They're fighting on the ground. He's looking for a triangle. Oh. He's trying to get a triangle. Has he got it? Has Adesanya got a triangle? He's popped out. Kelvin pops out. There's people on their feet. People are on their feet. What a fight. What a war. It's everything you hope for. They are trading blows. Back and forth right now. Come on, Ezreal. What a fight. Look at this. Back and forth. They're dodging each other's strikes. They're both out on their feet. We've been down on the ground. They got straight back up to their feet. Whoa! Gastelum! Gastelum with some beautiful strikes. Adesanya just eats them up. And the fight continues. These two absolute warriors. What a fight. What an incredible fight. Absolutely incredible. They are trading blows in the centre of the octagon. Neither man going down. Stylebender firing in. Head kick. Gastelum though trying to swarm Adesanya again. They are backed up against this is absolutely incredible action. I cannot even begin to do this justice. As Gastelum charging forward with a beautiful right-left combo. Adesanya answering it. Ah! Tries to get a knee. Ah! That right hand! Right hand from Adesanya just snaps the head back of Gastelum. I don't know who's winning this fight. Oh, now I do! Down goes Gastelum! And that could be the moment that Adesanya wins this fight. He has just put down Gastelum. He has just dropped him. But he got straight back up. He got straight back up, but that might be enough. That might have been the moment. It was only going to need one moment. There's blood coming out of the nose of Gastelum. Gastelum now eating some big strikes. It's all Adesanya. It is all Adesanya as Gastelum goes down. Gastelum's down. The elbows are raining in. 20 seconds to go. Adesanya will win this fight on decision. Look, the shots. 10 seconds. This is... Oh, he drops him again. He drops him again. The elbows from Adesanya. What a fight. What a fight. Wow. Absolutely incredible. It goes to decision. And that is just one of the all-time greats. One of the all-time great fights. There's nothing more they could have done. I'm saying Adesanya wins that 3-2. Adesanya takes that final round, takes the fight. Adesanya beats Gastelum. That's my prediction, but it's gone the distance. You never know. Adesanya is with his corner. Just absolutely incredible. I'm saying 3-2 to Ezreal Adesanya. Wow. Just waiting to get the... Oh, guys, we've still got the main event. We've still got the main event. What a card. What a card. That fight. People are going to talk about that fight for years. Honestly, it was incredible. I tell you what. Adesanya, man, has arrived. He has arrived. These two absolute warriors trading blows. Let's go over to the decision. Let's see. It should go to Ezreal. It should go to Ezreal. But you never know. It's decision. This is tense. This is proper tense. It's unanimous. And no! Ezreal Adesanya! Ezreal wins by unanimous decision. Ezreal Adesanya. What a fight. I think only now is it sinking in. I think that's his mom that's just come in. Wow. The last stylebender has got a belt around his waist. He says he was ready for war, which is good because that's exactly what he just got. Adesanya beats Gastelum by unanimous decision, and it's the right call. Adesanya against Whittaker. That's nice. Nice little moment there between Adesanya and his coach. It was an amazing fight. Adesanya ain't getting through any top 3. Imagine if the next fight is somehow better. I don't think it will be. I don't see how it could be. You would really struggle to get a better fight than that. That was absolutely incredible. We said that Adesanya was potentially the next big thing. A lot of people were saying that he only beat, a washed-up Anderson Silva, but look, he just went in there toe-to-toe with Gastelum, and Gastelum gave him everything he had. Everything. They were 2 rounds each going into that 5th round. There was moments where Ezreal was in real danger. Ezreal can be beaten. We saw him in real trouble there. But man, that 5th round, when they were just trading blows back and forth, it's as good as anything you'll see. It's as good as anything you're going to see. I don't see how Holloway against Poirier can better that fight, but I'm up for watching it. I'm up for seeing them try. Absolutely incredible. Whittaker is a beast. I can see Adesanya having trouble with that fight. Oh, he'll have trouble. Totally agree. I don't know who wins that. I feel like Adesanya could get it, but I just want to see that fight. I just want to see Whittaker against Adesanya. I don't know when they're going to be able to make it happen, but wow. As much as I wanted Gastelum to win, Adesanya deserves this. I'm really pleased. Really pleased. I wanted Adesanya to win. I just think he is a massive star. Not just a star, but someone that could bring in the casual fans. Oh, man. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how we follow that. I mean, this is such an interesting fight. Obviously, Holloway and Poirier have fought before. How we now switch our attention to that, I don't know. I absolutely loved that fight. I loved that fight. So good. When UFC is that good, nothing can touch it. Nothing can touch it. It's the greatest spectacle in the world. I genuinely don't think there's any sport or anything when it's that good that can get close to that. Absolutely breathtaking action. Anyone could have won that fight then. Absolutely brilliant. Adesanya will need a break. Yeah, I agree. That fight against Anderson Silva was really recent, wasn't it? Wasn't it is it February? I feel like it was just a couple of months ago. So yeah, he has been fighting a lot. You're absolutely right. And if he's going to get ready for Whittaker, and after that war as well, that was an absolute war that he's just been in. I mean, look, whatever, he knows best. Whatever he does, I'm sure will be the right thing. But I hope we don't have to wait too long for that fight. Hopefully we see it. Don't know. If Whittaker's ready, I don't know. You might see it soon. Yes. So we are just at the main event. Champions League final is pretty exciting. Oh, wow. I can't disagree with that, but I'm not sure that it's that close that often. That is honestly as good as it gets. Pete Barrow, hello, my friend. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, or maybe you don't normally join us, then smash that subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. We are here every week. We're back next week. We do the fight nights, and of course we do these major cards as well. And what a card this has been. It's been very enjoyable. And that last fight, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So it is main event time now, my friends. Main event time. We are at the point now where it is Holloway against Poirier. So I'm going to have to change all these graphics. I'm going to have to try and get my voice back as well. My voice is battered after that last fight. Okay. Holloway versus Poirier. So there's going to be people watching this that maybe don't know the history of this, don't know the background of this. So it would definitely make sense just to kind of bring people up to speed. These two have fought before, and Poirier got the victory. But you are going back a long time. You're going back several years. They are fighting at a different weight now. They are really different fighters now. You can't compare them. It wouldn't be wise to look at that fight that these two had in the past and really take much from it or read much from it. They are different fighters. This is a different fight. And it's going to be a very interesting fight, though, because Poirier did win that first one. I think Holloway can win this one. Holloway, just very similar to what we've just seen, actually, from Gastelum. Holloway will swarm you. He will swamp you. He will just, with volume, with pure volume, he will just overhaul you. Like, you just won't be able to find a foothold into this fight. Holloway will just keep hitting you, keep coming forward. And this is going to be very difficult for Poirier. Poirier has definitely got the counter shots. He's a good counter puncher. And it's going to be very interesting whether he can fire some of those counters off, if he can find a way through. Holloway he's a good all-round fighter. He is a really good all-round fighter. He's got good footwork. I think he's probably better technically as well than Poirier. I'm just favouring Max Holloway for this one, but it is close. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat who is getting the victory here. Who picks up the win here? I'm going with Holloway. I think Holloway picks up the win. But I want to know your thoughts. I can't even pronounce that name. Twyla. Twyla? Is it Twyla? Says, let's go Holloway. Brody says, Holloway the GOAT. Big Jordan. Hang on, it's not. Shout out to Emmanuel Rodriguez, who is cheering for Holloway. Dustin did win the first one, Doc. You're absolutely right. Dustin all the way. That boy says, I honestly have no clue. But that's all right, dude. It's fine. This is very, very close stuff. Very close stuff. We're just looking at them, like the video package that's just hyping this up. I can tell you that Dustin Poirier, I think, has won 24, lost 5. Max Holloway has won 20 and lost 3. And his last loss was ages ago. I think his last loss against Conor, which was a long, years ago. Years and years and years ago. Max Holloway, undefeated. He's got to have one of the longest winning streaks, Max Holloway. So this is going to be tough for Poirier. I'm going with Holloway. I don't know how quick that's going to come, but Poirier is good at pressure, but so is Max Holloway. Dustin is so powerful. He is powerful. You're absolutely right. He's got good counter shots. Is he gonna take him down though? It'll be very interesting if Poirier takes down Holloway. If Poirier can get Holloway down, this is going to be a fascinating fight. I don't know if he will. I don't know if he can. As I said, Holloway's just going to swarm him. He's just going to throw so much at him. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to cope with that. But there's only one way to find out. Poirier has made his ring walk. He is just about to get checked over. Charlie says this is hard to predict. I agree, dude. I agree. Okay, so let's have a look at some of these statistics. See what they're saying for Poirier. 12 first round finishes. Second highest strike rate in UFC lightweight history. 7.1 significant strikes every minute. And he's got power. He has got mad power. So Poirier is in the octagon. The first man to give Max Holloway a loss. It's going to be very interesting, actually. Max Holloway, when he stands in there and he stares over and he sees Poirier, is he going to be reminded of that loss? Or has there been so much water under the bridge it just doesn't matter? It's hard to know. It's really hard to know. I think Max Holloway is a different person now. I don't think he's even going to think about that loss. I don't think he's going to care. Max Holloway making his ring walk now. Blessed will win with a TKO. Well, he is on his way. So, if you are just joining us, Adasanya beats Gastelum by unanimous decision. And now we've got Holloway versus Poirier. And there is a confident swagger by Max Holloway. Max Holloway comes out very confident. He is ready for this. He is ready. Wasn't Poirier's last loss to Conor? Honestly, off the top of my head, I don't know. If Max wins, I'm going to scream. Tell you what, after that last fight, I'm going to struggle to scream. My voice is close to being done, but it doesn't matter. This is the main event. Max Holloway, the UFC featherweight champion. Longest UFC active win streak, 13. He is number 4 in the pound-for-pound rankings. Max Holloway, number 4, pound-for-pound fighter in the world. This is big. Really, the winner of this will go on to fight Khabib. I'm not sure Max Holloway would lose to Conor now. To be honest, it's a fight I would love to see. I'd love to see Max Holloway against Conor McGregor now. I think Holloway would edge it. That's a really interesting thing to think. What do you think? If we did get Holloway against McGregor, who would win now? I would have to lean towards Holloway. He's just more active, isn't he? You know, Conor, I know he does a lot of training, but just think Holloway's on the absolute top of his game right now. Poirier's last loss was his last fight before 155. Khabib is not human. Khabib's ground game is disgusting. Yeah, I would have to favour Khabib against either of these. I think, I'm not sure either of these would do well against Khabib. It's a fight I want to see, though. Right, Bruce Buffer is doing the intros. Huge Conor fan, but this Max can beat him. Conor is done. Yeah, I think Conor's done. He kind of retired, but then tweeted out the other day, I'll see you in the octagon. It's hard to know where Conor can go from here, to be honest. I feel like the UFC is kind of, whilst Conor was messing around with Floyd Mayweather, and then just taking his time, I feel like UFC has advanced. I feel like these fighters have come on, and I feel like Conor McGregor's been left behind. And we are going to see two of the absolute best go at it here. I can tell you that Poirier is the underdog. Poirier is actually, I think, plus 200. Which is quite interesting. I think Holloway's going to win this. And he is not, well, he's kind of heavy favourite. He is minus 250 on the Vegas odds, which is quite heavy. So, looks like Holloway's got a lot of backing here. So, how is this going to go down, guys? How does this go down? Holloway versus Poirier. Oh, please be as good as the last fight. That's all I want. I just want a classic. Here we go then, guys. Max Holloway against Dustin Poirier. Khabib versus Holloway would be amazing. It would be amazing. And we are underway. If you're watching and you don't normally join us, hit that subscribe because we are back for all of the UFC fights. I can tell you this has started quite tentatively. No one's really raced out, although Poirier with a right leg kick. Just kind of dragging at the leg of Holloway. And Holloway hasn't come out swamping Poirier like I thought he would. Of course, this is a five-round fight. So he's taking his time. I think he's just looking to see what Poirier has got right now. Nice right-left combo by Holloway. And again, this time to the body. Both guys very comfortable. Kind of sitting back a little bit. Poirier coming forward. Nice body shot by Holloway again. Poirier coming forward again. There's not much in the way of significant strikes. Holloway charging forward. Oh, beautiful overhand left by Poirier, and he's really got Holloway on the back foot. Holloway, though, beautiful. Shift out of the way. Now he's got Poirier up against the cage. And he starts to fire off on Poirier. Poirier with a kick. Holloway coming forward. Just a little blip from Holloway there, but managed to fight his way out of it. Nice 1-2. Right hands, right and left hands. Holloway gets caught on the chin by Poirier. Poirier has got Holloway backed up. Holloway has got his fists up. Poirier is swarming Holloway. That's exactly what he's got to do. Holloway is fighting back though. Wow. These two are absolutely trading bombs right now. I don't even want to look at significant strikes. I think they've got about 1 million each. In this first round, they are just throwing. Wow. Knees now. Knees coming from Poirier. We knew that Holloway would swarm Poirier, but Poirier is swarming Holloway. They are all over each other. These two came to fight, and that is exactly what they're doing. I want to see this significant strikes, because I bet it's going to be disgusting. 33 from Poirier. Only 11 from Holloway. He's only landed 44%. He's thrown a lot more. Swing and a miss by Holloway. This is a Poirier round. Definitely a Poirier round. Both guys just grabbing their breath a little bit now. There was a minute there that was absolutely incredible. A real flurry. Holloway coming back a little now. Some big strikes from Holloway, but Poirier just firing straight back. All headshots, right and lefts. Takedown attempt by Poirier, doesn't quite get it. Snaps with a left jab though. Some beautiful left jabs getting through. Defense here for both guys. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Beautiful, beautiful strikes. Holloway overhand left. Poirier kind of charging forward. I would say this is a Poirier round. Oh, right and left from Poirier. He's just getting through. That's the problem. He's just getting through. He's doing to Holloway what I thought Holloway would do to him. He's swarming him. Holloway is trying to charge back here. This is the first round, guys. 60 significant strikes. 61 from Poirier in the first round. I hope he's got good cardio. Because he is going to gas himself out. Maybe that's the strategy. Maybe Poirier's strategy is to put Holloway away early. That was a Poirier round, man. That was a Poirier round. Dustin Poirier. An absolute beast. Got to be concerned, though, because he threw a lot. He connected with a lot. And it didn't put Holloway down. Really wanted Poirier to win. He's thrown a lot. An awful lot. And he's caused damage. That is a Poirier round. Yeah, I mean, Daniel Cormier kind of saying it best. The fact that Max Holloway is still standing after that round. I think he'll take a lot from that. This second round's going to be really interesting because if Poirier can keep that up, he's surely going to put Holloway away. But I don't know if he can. Holloway's got a smile on his face. He's nodding here. They both charge in. This is the second round. And this is absolutely fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Here we go. Oh, nice! Left from Holloway, followed with a beautiful right. It didn't really do a great deal. Body shot there by Poirier. Holloway just backing Poirier up against the cage. Some nice right and lefts. Some good accurate shots here by Holloway. Some body shots. And we're not seeing that flurry of shots from Poirier like we were in the first. I don't think he's gassed himself, but I think he is now trying to save some back. This is only the second round. Like, he could have to be in there a long time. Holloway is the one that's taking the fight to Poirier now. I'm not sure if Poirier's had good fight management here. He might have thrown everything at Holloway. You can see Holloway just kind of closing that gap a little bit more. 68 to 35. Just a few body shots. Nothing that's really troubling Poirier, but it's all just ticking over those shots. I would say Holloway's getting this round so far. Look at that combo. He is now starting to swarm Poirier. Just bang, bang, bang. It's only jabs, but that's all it needs to be. That flurry of shots will do damage, and it will now start to swing the pendulum over to Holloway. I think if Poirier was going to put Holloway away, he needed to do it in that first round. He needed to end this in round one. Beautiful left, though, by Poirier. Volume of shots, though, all coming from Holloway. Holloway in his groove. Both guys in the centre. A couple of body shots coming in from Holloway now. Holloway is always better in the later rounds. His punch count rises as the rounds pass. If Poirier can't finish him early, Holloway will do the job late. I think you're absolutely right, my friend. I think you are absolutely right. Thumper, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Holloway is kind of swarming this one. Not as much drama in this as what we had in the first. But Holloway is starting to dictate this fight. Still a good fight. Really good fight. Lot of shots thrown. Minute 30 left in round two. Holloway has got Poirier backed up against the cage. He's not taking advantage, really. He's just kind of standing his middle ground. Charging forward again, just constantly pushing Poirier back. Really interesting. Really interesting. Nice. Rights and lefts. Follows it with a body shot, a kick to the body. This is a Holloway round. His cardio is amazing. Holloway's cardio is very good. Poirier, though! Poirier firing back! Poirier has just hurt Holloway there. Don't count Poirier out yet. Fascinating. These two are trading blows here. This is such a good fight. Oh, Poirier again with a right. Rocks Holloway. Holloway in a bit of trouble. I still think this is a Holloway round, but Poirier has found a way through a few times. And look at that. Poirier is going to break 100 significant strikes in the first two rounds. Wow. So good. So good. The round ends with the two of them just staring at each other. I think the doctor's in. Just looking at Holloway. What a fight. UFC is on absolute fire tonight. It is on absolute fire. Incredible scenes. That Gastelum against Adasanya fight was incredible. And we're on for something special here as well. We really are. I would say it was 1 round each. Poirier's corner is saying to him, don't get reckless. Don't get reckless. It's good advice. But he is getting swarmed a little bit by Holloway. This has Fight of the Year written all over it. I agree with the chat. I agree with Doc there. I think these are the best 2 fights of the year. I think the Gastelum against Adesanya fight was potentially Fight of the Year. And this is into round 3, and it is right up there. It is right up there. Poirier is still throwing stuff, man. He is not out of this at all. You could argue he even had the better of the end of round 2. Shot to the body by Holloway. Right hook misses by Holloway. Some body kicks by Poirier. Poirier with a couple of right jabs. The tempo has settled down a little bit now. They're not throwing as much. I mean, there's no way they could have maintained what we've seen in the first 2 rounds. There's still shots getting through, though. And you can see damage on the face of Max Holloway. Oh, big strikes coming through from Max Holloway. Nice combos here from Max Holloway. Poirier, though, standing his ground, firing back. Both guys in the centre of the octagon, just Poirier charging forward with some jabs, fighting on the inside. Some really nice shots on the inside from Poirier. Just some beautiful little combos. They break apart again now. We got 3 minutes left of this round. There's blood coming out of the nose of Max Holloway. This is a hard day at the office for both guys. A real hard day. Holloway just constantly throwing stuff, but just cannot seem to put Poirier away. Poirier is still there, very comfortable, standing his ground. Coming forward again, some nice combos. They're just jabs, really. Jabs from Holloway. 53 head strikes from Holloway. 100, over 100 from Poirier. Poirier just constantly targeting the head, constantly going for the head. But Holloway, I think, is getting more strikes in. I would like to see how many significant strikes there's been in this round. I feel like Holloway has landed more. It's a lot, though. These guys are throwing a lot at each other. It is. I agree with Michael there. This is a slugfest. It is a real slugfest. Just constantly firing. I can't remember a fight like this with so many shots. Back and forth. Holloway standing his ground. It's just jabs. Constant jabs. They're not really mixing it up. You're not seeing really anything else. There's no roundhouses or very few kicks. It's just jabs. Jabs to the head. Headshot, 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 headshot. They're just trading headshots. Max Holloway is just, his head is bright red. He has taken a lot of punishment. We're into the final minute He's got Poirier backed up. Holloway has got Poirier backed up. Knee to the body. We're starting to see a flurry. Holloway. Oh, Poirier just grabs the body. Max Holloway was swarming Poirier then. Absolute swarming him. All Poirier could do was grab the body just to survive. I think this is 2-1 to Holloway. Holloway is firing elbows into the head now, and the referee is watching. Very close. 15 seconds. Poirier just driving Holloway against the cage. I think this is 2-1 Holloway. I think this is 2-1 Holloway. But Holloway's face is a mess. Make no mistake about it. Holloway is having to fight for his life in there. It is absolutely stunning. This is a stunning fight. They are trading blows. They are trading jabs back and forth. It's a massacre. It's a slugfest. I mean, Holloway's saying he's fine. He absolutely cannot be. He absolutely cannot be. Great late round finish. Holloway is busted. He is. He is busted. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe. We are here every week. And what a show this is. What a great fight. Both guys have got good cardio. Max Holloway has absorbed 125 headshots. Yeah, I agree with Cormier. Cormier says 2-1 Holloway. As we go into the fourth, guys, we are into round 4. Into round 4. Poirier trying to take the legs of Max Holloway here. And it is a takedown. Poirier takes down Holloway. Poirier takes down Holloway. That's a big moment in this fight. Because they're such small margins. Thanks for the support, Anadors. Hope you are enjoying this. Swazi said should be 2-2. I've got it as 2-1. This is the 4th round. And I would say that Poirier is winning this. He's dictating this. Guys, oh my God. We could be going into the 5th. 2-2 again. Holloway with a knee to the midsection though. Holloway breaks away. Yeah, there is a significant cut on the eye of Poirier. Holloway, I think, has spotted that. And he'd be wise to target it. I mean, they've been doing, like, jabs and headshots all throughout this anyway, so... Holloway is just constant. Holloway's like a running tap. He's just constant. He's just constant. Coming forward again, just quick fists. He's got Poirier up against the cage. Poirier's having to try and fight his way out of this. He's kind of backed up a little bit. Beautiful uppercut by Holloway. Holloway can surely smell blood. I think Poirier's tiring. Poirier looks a little bit wobbly on his feet. He's firing back though. Max Holloway is busted open. These two are trading shots here. Holloway just can't go for the kill. Just cannot get that final strike. He flurries and swarms, but just cannot get that killer punch. Beautiful combos here. Headshots, body shots, deep breath by Poirier. Poirier in trouble. Poirier in big trouble. Beautiful roundhouse right by Holloway. Snapping Holloway's head back. Poirier still in there though. Firing shots back. This is such an incredible fight. Such an incredible fight. There's blood coming out of the nose of Holloway. Swing and a miss. Snaps Holloway's head back. Is Holloway going to regret not finding that one killer punch? He's got himself into some great positions, but just couldn't end the fight. Couldn't put Poirier away. Poirier now is the one on the front foot. Oh, Holloway is a mess. Holloway might have broken his nose. There is blood everywhere. Holloway's face is an absolute mess. It is a crimson mask. I don't know who's getting this. I feel like it could be 2-2. Holloway's face is an absolute mess. There's a lot of blood. Poirier has got Holloway backed up against the cage. Holloway saying, I'm all right, I'm all right. Can I be the first to say that you are absolutely not? Can I be the first to say you're in absolute trouble? There's 10 seconds left. He needs to get treated. He's losing a lot of blood. A lot of blood. What a fight. What a fight. These two getting in each other's face, but I think it's respect. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I can't think of two better back-to-back fights. We knew this card was special. I mean, my voice is going. My voice has gone. I don't even know how I'm speaking right now. We have had 9 incredible rounds. 9 incredible rounds. And we are going into the 10th. This is the 5th round for Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier. This is anyone's fight. I would say Holloway was edging it. But there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. 5th round, 5th and final round. Poirier is on his feet first. Max Holloway's nose is a mess. Crowd are on their feet showing support for this, and rightfully so. It's an incredible fight. It's an incredible fight. Right, we're into the 5th. And you know there's going to be a lot of shots thrown in. I mean, look at this, guys. 165 significant shots thrown by Dustin Poirier. 150 by Max Holloway. It's a massacre. These two have massacred each other. They look like it as well. A lot of these have been headshots. Holloway charging forward with a lot of jabs. These two, there's nothing wrong with their cardio. They're both still in this. Holloway's in trouble because that nose is opening up again. There's blood on the nose of Holloway. And he's going to have to survive 4 minutes. This could be a ref stoppage. because if that nose opens up, you don't want to see it. You don't want to see a ref stoppage because Holloway is still in this. Holloway arguably is winning this. Holloway throwing a lot. I'm not sure how much is landing. Poirier getting his hands up. 3 minutes 20 on the clock. Both guys in the center of the octagon just trading blows back and forth. Honestly, if this goes to decision, it could be a draw. It could be a draw if it goes to decision. Draw or Holloway edging it, but I just don't know. Dustin ahead on the card. I don't have that. I don't have that. I have it as a draw. Maybe Max. It really depends how these next 2 minutes 40 go. Beautiful. Fighting on the inside by Max Holloway. Some great shots. The Blessed Express derailed. Dustin will take the decision. I don't know. I don't know if he will. They're still trading blows here. Headshots. Don't be fooled by what you're seeing on the statistics. There's still a lot being thrown. There's still a lot landing as well. I don't know what UFC are doing. Into the final 2 minutes. Max Holloway's face a crimson mask. Max Holloway is taking the fight to Poirier. I feel like Holloway has advanced more. I feel like Holloway has took the fight to Poirier more. It wouldn't be fair for either guy to lose this on decision. It really wouldn't. They're in a clinch. Maybe the takedown will swing it for Dustin. I really don't know. Poirier has got Holloway pinned up against the cage. The 5th round hasn't been as explosive as the other rounds. 1 minute and 8. Blessed has got this. He could probably do with a big moment to seal it. We are under a minute. So Khabib will face whoever wins this. This has been an absolute war. They're not throwing anything at the moment. I think Poirier is just quite happy having Max Holloway up against the cage. Max Holloway's face is an absolute mess. It is an absolute mess. I mean, he's only got 18 seconds to survive, but Holloway could do with a flurry to finish this. Knee to the body from Holloway. Uppercut from Holloway. And I think they are going to finish it with trading of shots. The two of them end standing on their feet, talking to each other. They embrace. What a fight. What a fight. Wow. Who you got? I don't know who wins that. If that ends as a draw, I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised. Who do you think? James Reedy thinks draw. Commentators aren't calling it. The commentators aren't saying. I have no idea who's won this fight. Dustin wins. Draw. That was amazing. Max has got it. They're just showing replays. This, whatever happens right now is going to be dramatic. I really think that's a draw. That has to be a draw. I think you've got two guys at the absolute top of their games. And I think it's a draw. You hate to see a draw, but it really wouldn't be fair for either guy to win this. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe. I feel like Holloway maybe advanced more if we was to get those statistics. I feel like Holloway was on the front foot more. But more significant strikes by Dustin Poirier and a takedown. Let's get these results. I don't know how this is going to go. It's going to be dramatic. Here we go, guys. Unanimous. Dustin wins. Unanimous. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. I think that's really controversial. Max Holloway, I mean, look, it's really classy, the two of them. Wow. Dustin Poirier gets a big win there. It was unanimous. Unanimous decision. I'm not sure he did. I'm not sure he did beat him. I'm not into that decision. I really feel like it was a draw. I mean, it was a special performance. It was a great fight as well. Just want to see what Twitter are saying about this. 49-46 on all of the cards. It was unanimous, 49-46. People are very split on this. Twitter seems to be very split on this decision. There we go. Joe Rogan says it was an honor to call this fight. 49-46. I know it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. He beat him to a mess. He absolutely did beat him to a mess, but I think Holloway was advancing more. I think that Holloway got off better combinations. I think a lot of what Holloway was throwing looked better. Just because he beat him to a mess, and also because Poirier threw more. I don't know if that's enough. Clearly the judges do. It was unanimous. Let's see. Let's see what Holloway's got to say. He's classy, Holloway. Dustin versus Khabib. Khabib will win. I agree. Holloway will be back. Not sure 49-46 was right. I would say 49-48, fight of the year. I don't know if that was fight of the year or the Adesanya fight. I think the Adesanya fight might have edged it for me. I don't know. That had a lot of shots. So Max Holloway's 13-fight win streak is over. There we go. Big, big news. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. What an incredible card. What those last two fights. It's going to take me months to get over those. I absolutely loved them. Absolutely loved them. I thought they were brilliant. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Do you think the right people won? Do you think the right people were victorious? What do you think? Do you agree with this result? Do you agree? Do you disagree? First fight was better. I think the Adesanya fight was better. Jones versus Adesanya. Ooh. 46-49. Refs are dumb. I agree. Refs are dumb. There's no way that was 46-49. I honestly thought it was a draw. Honestly thought it was a draw. Incredible. We're just watching him and his family all hug. Dustin Poirier will go on to fight Khabib. Khabib will absolutely destroy him now. I'm certain of that. I think Khabib will just get him down on the ground and submit him out. I'm out of here. Dustin wins. Holloway sucks. Fair play. Set up Conor versus Max. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Conor versus Max would be interesting. Khabib versus Poirier. Conor versus Max. I'd be down for that. How was it a draw? Because I feel that Max Holloway was advancing more. I think Max Holloway took the fight to Poirier more. I think Holloway... Holloway was definitely up 2-1. I don't know if it was 2-2. Might have been 2-2 going into the fifth, but I don't know. Could you really say that Poirier took the fifth? What was it about the fifth that Poirier took? I know he got more significant strikes overall, but don't forget, Poirier nearly had 100 strikes after the second round. I think he was on 99. So that means he got 65 significant strikes in rounds 3, 4, and 5. So his output definitely dipped off. I just feel like Holloway took the fight to Poirier. If the judges say that Poirier won, I can't say I've got a problem with it. But those scores are ridiculous. And there's no way it should have been unanimous either. Yeah, Tony Ferguson is an interesting... So many interesting fights. So many interesting fights coming up. This really sets things up beautifully. Man, crazy. Fights are round by round. One fighter can take mad damage in 1 or 2 rounds but still win the fight. Yep, I agree with that. I don't think it is done by damage. Yeah, it was crazy. Right, guys, that was that. What an incredible card. Thank you so much for joining us. For those of you that didn't see, Ezreal Adesanya got the victory over Gastelum. And I would say that was my favourite fight out of the two. I really enjoyed it. I think Adesanya looked out of it at times, actually. I thought he was going to fall at times. I thought he was going to go, but he got the unanimous decision, and that was the right call. He should have got the unanimous decision. And then that brought us to the main event. Dustin Poirier against Max Holloway. Both of these fights go in 5 rounds. Both of these fights go into decision. Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with the Poirier-Holloway decision. But hey, it is what it is. And that was that. So, not sure when we're back. I know there's a fight night next weekend. I think Alistair Overeem is on that fight, but I am half tempted to cover the Crawford-Amir Khan boxing fight, so we're definitely back next weekend for something. We live stream WWE on a Monday and a Tuesday as well, so hey, look, come and join us for any of those things. I really do appreciate the support, and yeah, I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.